Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Yep. Put on your headphones, put on your headphones, put on your headphones. Hey, welcome to the welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. This is what we do every Monday through Friday, 9:15, 11:15, or as I always say, whenever we start or finish, because we own our own shit.
That's called independent, Chanie.
It's independent. So we can do what we want to do. Hey,
That's what independent do, Chanie.
So hey, look,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I cannot wait till we have this conversation off air.
Did you call to argue with me?
Because she called me last night. I said, did you call to argue? Because I'm resting.
She's like, are you trying to be toxic?
Brittany is the oldest, youngest woman I know. I'm resting.
I'm resting. Seriously.
Anyway, Brittany.
I was resting.
Why my eyes look so red? Jesus.
Did you have an edible?
No.
The fact that we both asked that meaning you might have.
Yeah. First of all, you got one?
No.
Okay.
I thought you had them.
I do. They're in my office.
I don't like them.
Brittany, you had edible before?
In my old life.
You rather smoke or you just don't?
I'd rather not do nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna eat my apples.
Okay.
No, I didn't. In school, when I went to school, it was like, yeah, no, this ain't for me.
What did it do to you?
First of all,
I was playing Sudoku.
Oh, that's the problem.
And that happened. And the numbers were jumping at me like this, and I said, I'm not ever.
I don't think those edibles. I think those maybe little shrooms.
No, they were. I was like,
sometimes they got the same effect.
I was like, I don't like this.
To certain people.
They was like, well, why would you play Sudoku? And I said, because I was relaxing.
Hey, y'all, the people that's rude is in the back talking. The one who's eating on the apple, get on camera. Miss Brittany Chanel.
Y'all asked me a question, I answered it.
And of course, we got the perfect gentleman is in the building. B.Todd, y'all, B.Todd.
Yeah. Top of the top, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, B.Todd, he come in, he hug everybody, shake hands, perfect gentleman. I be like, fuck y'all till I get done. You know what I mean?
We really don't want a hug from you.
You know what, Brittany? That's what nobody likes.
You're pregnant. So, like, we be trying to protect your baby.
Really?
We be trying to be respectful of your baby.
Okay, thank you.
we have to hug you from the side.
Right.
That's cool.
Because the bump is like
That's okay.
so big.
Just don't hug me
You've
like
been-
Diddy do. Speaking of Diddy.
No, I don't want to talk about Diddy.
No, we're not talking about
Diddy.
I wasn't speaking.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to speak on. Leave that man alone.
Yeah.
She really was defending him last night.
He going through enough anyway.
Oh, I heard Monique came on the stand. That's what I'm about to say.
Monique.
Not true.
I'm gonna be honest. Nobody said anything anymore. Once Cassie got off, I don't think people were interested.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And her husband gonna need many years of therapy.
He be like, don't you talk to me with that mouth.
Miles is so disrespectful. But I do think she got married a little quick if she ended it in 2018 and then married him in 2019.
Yeah.
That's another topic I don't want to talk about.
That's fresh.
She got residues.
Leave that woman alone. Listen, we're not about to talk about Diddy or Cassie or any
we're
of
all
that.
done.
I don't want to know about it. I'm okay.
Gas Station Chronicles? No?
Gas
Okay,
station.
go ahead.
You went to the gas station?
Yes, that's why I wound up being at McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
I'm seriously, because I was sitting up here like, I don't eat that crap no more. Thank God. I am officially 9 days off of all crapola.
Okay. 9 days off.
Do not clap him because he's lying.
9 days. Okay.
9 days.
He lying.
9 days divided by 4.
Okay.
I'm 2 days.
Now you're doing too much.
Shut your ass up.
You're doing too much when you brought in division.
Hey, so I went to the gas station and the bum was outside. I haven't seen a bum in a long time.
A bum. Okay.
Yeah.
What is a bum?
A
real bum?
A real bum.
The one without the sound?
The one play.
They just wanted to just stand outside big and he filthy.
Yes. Yes. And then he said,
Happy birthday, Mika.
Happy birthday.
So he said, hey, excuse me, brother, can I pump your gas? I said, man, I'm parked not near a gas thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, I'm just here to get some coffee. Could you give me a cup of coffee?
It'd have been funny if you was in a Tesla and he asked did he pump your gas. But go ahead.
Don't Teslas do take gas after a while?
No.
So it's all electric. Is it?
100%. It was the first
It's 100% electric.
Yeah.
So I wasn't getting no goddamn gas. I was getting coffee. And then he said,
That's even worse.
he's like, can you give me a cup of coffee? I was like, I said, what sign are you?
What? Dog, come on, man. Seriously.
No, I said, what sign are you? Then I asked my favorite question, which is what, Brittany?
What book you read?
No.
Okay, I was thinking the same.
No. Do you know how to swim?
Oh, that's your second favorite question.
Yeah.
You should have said my second
He
favorite
was
question.
like, man, I can swim like a fish. I said, well, you just need some water. That nigga looked at me, he was like, I really want to hit your old ass. I know he was big. He wanted to hit me, but I bought him a cup of coffee.
As you should have.
Yeah, but then when I seen his hands, I ain't even want to go back over to the coffee. I said, man, just get him one.
Yeah.
Because he ain't wash his hands.
They don't be bothering me when I be out.
Yeah, Brittany, you don't look like you take no mess.
You don't even look like you see bums. Like,
Brittany been 5'9". I don't even see bums.
No. She don't have to say it. That's just her
demeanor,
presence.
yeah.
Like.
And
Because I mean, people be having stories.
yeah. And the other beautiful lady we have on the screen is none other than Miss Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, good morning.
What up, dog? Good morning.
Whatever. That's Stephanie, y'all. I know Stephanie for at least 2 decades. Damn.
I know.
Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? So listen, today's, y'all, we're gonna get right into it. Today's topic is, if Chanie gets it on the screen, let's see.
I love how Chanie have her mic in front of her, but she not using it.
Yeah. No, she better start using it. So, and this is gonna go good with our guest of the day too. Do people mistake constructive criticism as being judgmental? How about we should say as being a hater? That's what it should say.
Yeah.
Do people mistake
in our community?
Yeah, you need to change that to being a hater. Yeah, I believe
That's so interesting because, like, when I hear from other race of people and they say different things.
You know, you're the only person to deal with other races, but go ahead.
No, she not. No, she not.
They take it and it's like, okay, cool, and then they're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
But they're rude when they say things.
Yeah,
and they, you know, like,
I do got a Mexican friend. He rude as hell. Yeah, Poncho, you stink. I'm like,
But they don't look at it as being rude.
They
They're telling the truth. Just like, I don't know if you like when you get things from them, it seems as if they're snatching. But if you're like, take it, they actually take it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just little things, and they take it. They're not gonna take it passively.
That won't work in the court.
I think. But see, the thing,
You have to take it.
the only time when you give people, sometimes when you give people constructive criticism, the problem is they don't know how to receive it because they never had it before. So they, you know, if you come and ask me for my advice about something, and I tell you the truth, like, oh look, this doesn't sound great. You need to fix this.
Right.
If they never heard that before, of course they're gonna look at it as hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody ever told them the truth.
I think a lot of people in the film industry think I'll be hating.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah,
I just be telling the truth.
You ever been? I know you've been in the studio before, right?
You always gotta take it to the film industry.
Not even just the film industry. Even with music. I was about to ask him that. I know you've been in the studio before. Everybody hyping this one dude up that made this trash ass song, and he asked you how you feel about it.
I think I'm gonna tell you the truth. I said, bro, you may be honest, or do you may tell you the truth?
Yeah, that's a good.
They were like, I want you to be flat out honest. I'm like, your verse trash.
Okay, but see, you asked the question, and see, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's sometimes the delivery is how you say it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
No, you gotta say shit tactfully. You just can't say come off the, you know.
Hold on, show me the end. No,
you just can't come off the dome and say it in like a disrespectful way. Then it does sound more like you critiquing or hating, as opposed to
that Matt Tay lipstick is a poppin' girl.
Thank you very much.
She has that Matt Tay on. Go ahead.
You say Matt Tay, but yeah, it's all about in delivery.
Well, because I wouldn't have said that it was trash. I just would have been like, well, have you ever thought about changing this or doing this or doing that? Like,
no,
that's. But if somebody's asking a question,
he just said something specific. People be hyping this one dude up, right? You gotta remember, last time somebody asked me this, I was roughly about 40, right?
God, how long ago was that?
A girl.
No, not for you, for him.
About 13 years ago.
Goodness, okay. How long ago?
13 years.
Oh, I thought it was 30 some years ago. Go on.
Okay. I thought they said that too.
Okay.
Brittany, I hope your nose start bleeding.
Listen, it won't happen.
Okay, so I said
this is about to be a long grandpa story.
No, because the whole thing is
because what I'm saying is he asked you a question. You said, do you want me to tell you the truth? We'll be honest, and then it's trash. Like, why you just say I don't like it or it wasn't good or you know?
No, that beat don't go with them lyrics.
Yeah, like that's still being truthful.
It was his song. What?
But I'm saying it's still being truthful without saying that's trash. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I'm saying. It's still like you can still tell the truth and be honest about what you're saying, but do it with some class and some grace.
So I should say, man, you know what? You right.
That Miles
don't have class or grace is what you're saying. I'm asking too much for Miles.
I think he has it in the right setting, but in that setting, hell no.
First of all, I would have said, shut your ass up. First of all, I would have said, you just need to rewrite your verse.
Okay, you could.
That's good. That's good. That's constructive.
Instead of saying trash.
I feel like you coming from like a wisdom, older, more mature type of approach.
Miles, what was the dude like that you told that to? Was he one of those dudes that rapped about a bunch of street shit, or was it? Okay, so now
he had
Miles,
a story.
Now stop. In Miles' defense,
here we go.
In Miles' defense, that dude wouldn't have reacted the right way. So what the Miles?
So he had to be disrespectful.
Come on.
No, I'm trust me. I dealt with these guys before.
And then
that's why I'm in the studio.
They do not take criticism well.
That's why I'm going. Hey, we got a caller.
Oh goddamn it! Hey caller.
Top of the top, caller. You on there?
Dorian. Hey Dorian.
Or Cal.
Yo, caller, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, this is Underrated Dolphins from Virginia.
What's going on, bro?
What up, dog?
Hey, how you doing? All right, this is a great topic, but I feel that us as men and women, the way we construct criticism is different because they always tell me I think of the tone, but it depends on the situation. I say this because you can tell a person that a person knows and encouraging them. But if they be around people and say, oh yeah, you're doing a good job, you're doing a good job, sometimes when you look out for them, for their better interest, they still not going to listen. So they go on deaf ears. And so for me, it's just that if you really care for me, if you really love me, if you really care for my interests and everything, I shouldn't even think about the tone. I should listen to the message. And so for me, it's just that, like for instance, Brother Todd say, yo, brother, I think you need to step up in the podcast because you got great points. You need to do this and that. I thought, well, I'm gonna take it a little because I know he had the best of my interest, not just the podcast. Because sometimes when we critique a person, sometimes they take it like, they take it so offensive right then and there. Stop thinking as a moment, but think of the long term.
True.
That's real. Yeah,
I like that.
And that's the thing that pissed me off. That's the thing that pissed me off sometimes, that you want to critique me, but what dirt you doing?
Right.
What dirt you doing? But see, you want to hide your hand. Like my late father used to say this: I could always hide my dirty hand. I want to see your clean hand.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
That's what's up.
And so I want to see your clean doggone hand.
Right.
And I'm going to be nice today because it really pissed me off. But this is a great conversation. I'm going to do what I can to push this information out and everything. Or I'm just saying, understand people that you got to know the genuine ones and the fake ones.
Yeah.
The genuine ones at times is going to let you know, and they want you to be better for the long term. The fake ones just want to let you know for the short term, the moment, and those are the ones that you really, really have to leave it alone. Thank y'all so much.
We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank y'all.
Virginia down.
He had a good point though. He went back to about the haters. I have people critique me all the time. It depends on me accepting it on who it comes from. Because if you're not doing what I'm doing, never have done it, and you just you don't know what it takes to do it in the first place,
right?
What the hell is you talking about?
That's what
you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Now, if it's somebody who has done it before, or doing it, doing what I'm doing, and of course, if they're doing it better than me, I am so open to criticism and critique. But some people just mad because you doing it and they not,
and they can't. They can't. They're not even capable.
So,
those are the people that I don't like taking advice from or even criticism. Yeah. Like, you're not even in my field, so shut up.
Right. You don't know what it takes.
Exactly. Like,
I also think too, it depends on you as the person, right? Yeah. Because even if somebody does say it in a derogatory way, if you're a person that believes in growth and want to get better, you could take that and be like, okay, cool. Let me take this and make it better, or let me change it, or do something different.
You definitely have to be coachable.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like,
you gotta be coachable.
So sometimes it depends on you as a person and where you want to go and what you want to do with what you're trying to do.
I'm glad Virginia brought up podcasting. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to podcasting, people always ask me, well, man, I think you should do this for the morning show. I said, why don't you come on the morning show?
Right.
And then they don't come.
They don't want to come.
They won't come.
Or they shoot it down or whatever.
Well, everybody think podcast is let me get a camera and a microphone.
Sometimes.
I just want to get on there and talk.
Or just have something to say to you. That's it. Just have something to say to you.
Well, yeah, they need me have something. Because if anybody know me, I really could give two rats' asses and one pig nose what somebody's saying about me.
Pig nose is kind of big.
Yeah.
It is.
Anything big to your little ass. Shut up.
That is true. That is a fact.
Anyway, your purses, you come in, you got to hold them out like this. So you... Anyway.
Look like a monkey doing that.
On the shots fired.
Okay.
Hanging on a monkey bar.
I could never stay up there. I would drop my hands and flip.
Monkey bars.
On the monkey bars. That's what you look like.
Could you stay up long? I'm so sorry, not like that. I meant on the monkey bars. You see,
so back to the topic.
Thank you.
Because you about to set set yourself up, and I can't save you.
Thank you, because I was definitely talking about the
I only can float. I can't swim that well.
I had a strong coffee on this show. Something in it.
We got the.
I need a coffee with something in it.
You got some coffee. I got the whiskey. You want some?
Oh my God!
What time we gonna break?
Okay.
The crazy
I
part
didn't
is
realize what
we're all sober.
Yeah.
So that's what's bad.
That part.
We're all sober.
That part.
This how Wednesday.
This is Wednesday. We're all sober.
God.
Wild Wednesday with y'all.
Okay.
Wednesday is one of my favorite days. Shout out to Brittany and Todd.
Hump day.
And sometimes when Chanie be here. No, I'm talking about here.
No, she ain't never there. She ain't never there. Okay.
Talking about someone.
And I realized how toxic she was last night.
Oh yeah.
I'm resting. She calls to argue.
I'm so glad you answered. I'm glad you answered.
You are a great friend because I would have hung up on her ass. I'd be like, look, I'm resting.
I'm thinking it's important. Hey, what you doing? I said, oh,
And she be polite and shit.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Hey, what you doing? I said, oh, just resting. So look. What?
Let's cut the bullshit now.
You said you had enough friends.
Okay.
I'm just resting. Gotta get ready for the show in the morning. So look, right? Okay, never mind.
But
back to the topic.
the first time I had got constructive criticism is actually it was dealing with music. I remember a lot of people trying to sell me CDs at the gas station. They just wrote on them, no cover, no nothing, right? So my CD actually had print on there. Is my face, the title of the CD, all that. The cover was being worked on, and I tried to sell somebody. I was selling somebody my CD. He was like, "Look, bro, I want to buy it. I know you probably saying something dope, but I need the cover." I said, "Okay, bet." So I didn't even. He handed it back to me. I ain't get mad or nothing. I understood where he was coming from. He was like, He was like, I just want you to know if you about to go into this field, you need to be professional
and be prepared.
Like, exactly.
Was it in the sleeve?
No,
it was in the actual case.
Oh, God.
But I didn't have the cover.
I got you.
My album, my actual CD had a print.
How much were you selling them for?
I think that was only going for like $5.
$5.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was a protective.
But that was good criticism, though.
Yeah, it was. So he told me, "Hey, look, man, be professional if you about to be doing this, especially if you taking it serious."
Yeah.
So I said, "Bet next time I see you, I'm gonna have a cover." But the cover would be, and I had a cover. It was just being worked on, and I was just in a rush to make some money off of my stuff.
But see, that's a person that wants to grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it.
And the delivery.
Yeah.
No, she's right about the delivery.
You probably wouldn't even accept it, would you?
No, I tell people.
She right with the delivery?
No, because because you sense it when you have an artist, they sensitive about their shit, right?
Right.
We all are.
Anyway, so you don't want to discourage certain people. You know what I mean? And when you see a good person, you the tone or your approach or conversation has to be different. Like people say, "Man, you don't know." I said, honestly, I tell you what. We could do a trade. I could either have you come on my show, you know what I mean, or I could feature you. If I'm about to do a show, you could come on and actually perform, or you can make me pay for your CD.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
They be like, just $5, and see right there, I know they mentality.
$5, $5 mentality
versus I want to network with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some people know me off the rip on who I am, as far as musically, right? But then. Once they come in where I was at, they be like, "Oh, you know that's." I'm like, "That's what I told you to come in." Mm-hmm. Like female singers, these all the time. Like, can I talk to me? First of all, I ain't trying to talk to you because you just said you're a starving artist. It ain't shit you can do for me.
That's why
we don't starving together.
Okay,
let's get that shit together.
Yeah,
but you're a starving artist.
And then so they'll come in, they be like, so a couple times I have 2 females meet Michael Powell. Where the fuck can you go wrong with me, Michael Powell?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He got 18 Grammys. You know what I mean? Patti LaBelle, Nita Baker, Glass. Anybody you name, he done.
I hit mine.
Huh?
Mine. I was on there.
Shut up.
I wrote a line.
Anyway, so and then
one line.
But then they didn't know how to. One girl didn't know how to handle herself.
Right.
She's like, "Look, I'm just trying to get this shit popping." I was trying to say, well. This is Michael Powell. It's like, chill out on the language. He might cuss like a motherfucker, but
why
he looking at you like, you bring me this ghetto ass girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that when they stopped doing artist development,
Shit.
When they took that away,
when Barry left.
Yeah. When they took artist development off, it was way more than just being an artist. It was all of the above.
But to get constructive criticism from Michael Powell is like them words are gold. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Look, Countess Vaughn, 15 years old. Michael's like, okay, come on, let's get ready. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh, that's what she said?
Wow.
And I was like, I just stepped back in the corner like, how he
but see, those are people those are people that are not ready to grow.
Exactly.
And they're not coachable.
So I was like, I'm going to see how he handled this. She said, listen, well, I was just saying, get ready because we're about to start the song. I'm not ready. And how you know I was ready?
Oh. At 15?
Hold on, listen. Then this motherfucker said, you're not my daddy. He said, you know right. You know, you're absolutely right. Hey, get her a ticket. Get her and her mama a ticket. They got to go back now.
But she was...
Who would deal with that?
So she was already who she was, though, right? Because she started acting
She was 227 Countess Vaughn.
Right, but she could really sing. That girl,
she did. She could go back in the... Yeah,
the girl could sing her ass
She had
off.
A smart mom from 227. But she could sing.
Because Regina was on there, too, right?
Yeah, but that was Regina King. But she was younger than Regina King.
Oh,
much.
I just remember Regina.
I mean, most people do. You only remember. I mean, but you only like 7 at that time.
Honestly, I've seen like
2 episodes.
I mean, I can't really tell you about the show.
But she was the most nastiest person I ever met in my life.
Really?
And then I wound up.
And now look at her. She broke. I'm just saying, but she can sing with a voice like that, and the resume that she has, she shouldn't be broke.
Yeah, but
she should be actively working, touring.
She needed to resume to being a good person.
That's so sad.
But I met her 10 years later, and we was in Vegas. I was like,
and her mother was there.
At the time,
no, when she was 15, her mother was there, and her mother didn't have anything to say.
Her mother wasn't paying attention. It wasn't until he was like, "Hey, get them tickets until they go back now."
Yeah.
She's like, "Hold on, what's going on?" She said, "Your daughter is very disrespectful." I simply asked her to get ready to go in the booth, to get ready, not go in the booth.
Right.
Yeah.
So the mother watched her be disrespectful to an adult.
That's what I'm saying.
Her mother wasn't paying. Her mother was like on the opposite side, not of the glass, but on the opposite side of the room. And she wasn't. She, like she said, I don't normally have to. This ain't what she do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the time when she said, "You're not my daddy," Mike Powell was like, "You know what? You're absolutely correct." You know what I mean?
Go home to your daddy.
Basically. And I don't blame them. I think people who, like, again, I don't judge people. I do critiques when people ask. And I also laugh at people who think they're doing good and talked about me. So
I would take a drink to that. I feel you on that.
I do. I feel it too.
Yeah. Hating ass.
Hey, but I like the way you deal with your haters, though, dog. That is genius.
No, that's
bro.
grown.
No,
that's grown.
No, the way
I couldn't do it.
Cause he
do what?
Would you like some water?
Yeah.
Water.
Come on in, sit down.
Sit down. A seat.
No, the most diabolical line of them all is, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" Like somebody be hating on whatever he doing media wise.
He better than me.
Come on the
That's
show.
grown.
No, because look, you don't get it. Moms can embarrass you on the show and make it work.
But now it makes me think about what they say in the Bible.
What they say?
What they say, offer your what's your enemy? Offer them something to drink.
Yeah.
Because
confuse the enemy.
Cole's gonna be on their head. Like
Almost
I need to get that mature.
Listen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not that mature.
I tell my
It ain't hard. That's how you get your blessing.
I tell my enemy, "Hey man, I'll put you on the cover of the magazine." Because I know one thing for
I'm not that mature.
Okay, don't put me on nothing.
No, for all the bullshit that you talked about me, that I know you talked about me about, and everybody know you talked about me, I'm gonna put you on the cover.
And then
they gonna be like,
"Oh, I thought you was hating on him." There you go. Now he look like a sucker. Dog, that's great.
Well, you know what I said.
But then they conscious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then everybody who they really disrespecting me about look at you like. So
They look at you like you're a clown.
Yeah, they be like, so you mean to tell me all the time you was talking that shit about him, he put you on the cover?
Exactly.
I didn't want.
That's that. Yeah, you make them bear. You making them bear themselves. Like, man, that is great. I can't wait till I get that mature.
But
we got a lot of growing to do. Don't we?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, man.
I did it one time. because Miles told me to.
Well, one thing I've learned too is just that you just have to be patient because every dog has their day.
Amen. Amen. Karma.
That I know.
If you go up, you have to come down.
Yeah. You sound like my great grandma.
I mean, we probably used to date. How old is she?
She's not here anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, rest
I don't think that you used to date her.
Well, you call me old. You be saying I'm old.
Yeah, you are.
That's still true.
That's not a lie.
Shut up.
But she definitely used to say that. She don't care how high that. What she say? I don't care how high that bird has to fly. It still has to come down to get in the water.
Yeah,
and then she say time of day due to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't agree with that one.
I'm telling you. So
it was big one.
How many times you done seen people like, man, all this. He got all this quote unquote good shit, or she got all this good shit happening, and here I go living in this hovel, right?
Yeah, Harlem Nights.
Yeah, and so.
I never finished up.
Of course you didn't. You and Chanie the same age.
I ain't started.
Don't you put me in the category of Chanie.
I was gonna say it's okay. I ain't started.
Seen a lot. She did a whole class on movies.
Movies. 70. This is an ongoing joke around because Chanie, she's 28 years old, and she just now seen Friday.
Get behind that ear.
See, look.
She didn't watch the. She didn't like the.
You said she just not seeing Friday.
Yeah, she didn't like the Wiz.
She didn't like the Wiz.
It's too long.
The Wiz? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. The one with Diana Ross in it?
And Michael Jackson. That one.
She didn't like Selena. She barely liked The Lion King.
Yeah.
Classic stuff.
Yeah, that's all classic.
She didn't see
The Wiz and
it was
Friday.
Too long.
That's like.
It was too long.
She didn't see the original Color Purple. She saw the
I like the
musical Color Purple.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, see? She understands.
She got the clip notes.
Brittany, what type of criticism did you receive since, like, when you was playing ball?
No, because she barely played.
I was about to say I was playing.
She wasn't on the bench.
I was better than them.
Oh, got you. Okay.
If I got any criticism, it came more so from home with certain things. You know, making sure I was being good at stuff and being better. So I was already prepared.
Got you. Okay.
Being what? Better.
Yeah.
Well, I took it as like.
You hear that?
At least it ain't perfect.
I took it as my parents were like being very, very hard and very critical. But like now I understand what they were doing. But it was annoying.
Thank you.
But that was a good point right there, though. And so that's why you. But that's why you see when you raised right.
Yeah.
Being raised right consists of being corrected. And giving you some correction. So if you raised like that, you know how to accept positive. Criticism, constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying?
Criticism will hurt more from my parents than from other people.
Yeah.
It do. So like it wasn't. So if I got it from other people, it was just like, okay, let me take this and see what I can do. But when it came from home, it hit different.
Yeah.
So home was more important to me.
It was supposed to.
Yeah, home was more important to me than it was in the streets. But like my mom she just raw. And like her words will cut like a knife.
My mother's words.
But I know that it's from love.
That's good parenting. Yeah, that's good. I know I cut my daughter like a knife. Good parenting.
She cut you, but it's like can't nobody else cut me like that one. So when you say what you got to say, it's like, well, I don't care. So that's how for me. So I got that at home.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not gonna lie. My mother cut me so much, like she cuts me the hell out. You know what I mean? She be like, Pete, you just got a D in fucking gym.
Oh God!
Damn.
Yeah.
I think you should have been cussed out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
it was
said,
trending.
What do you have to do in the gym to get a D?
Nothing.
Yeah. I was just,
Were you pregnant then? Because I can understand.
No.
It was still trending.
Nah. Back then, he was actually in shape.
It's so funny.
He looked like he was in shape.
Sounded like he was like, we was in the same class. He was right there.
No, I seen pictures.
Yeah. So here's the thing. People don't understand that my mother was raising me by herself. So all that baby and shit thrown out the window. She used to be like, if you don't get your ass up, all that, baby, get up, come on. I seen my girlfriend do that to her son. I said, you gonna take that boy 15?
15? I'm not interested.
Yeah. I'd have dumped her in.
Listen,
Oh,
it wasn't far. It was like 3 months later.
Okay, cool.
And actually, she dumped me, which helped me out. So
I didn't have to think of an escape route.
But I feel like if you get it at home, when you get it in the street, it's nothing. And that's what I learned. Like if you see things in your family, you gonna see it in the street. So those were lessons that I had learned. So like it don't surprise me when I see people doing certain things because it's like, shoot, I seen that in the family. You know I seen people doing that in the family. It doesn't. I'm not surprised by people. When people do certain things.
I think that's why I was able to take constructive criticism well because
you got it at home.
I got it at home, but I didn't get constructive criticism. I just got straight up. I'm not supporting this shit.
Right.
You know? So I get that, but I know what you're saying.
But no, it helped me though. It helped me. It gave me tough skin. At the end of the day,
gotta have tough skin.
But I mean, I'm sure it was annoying at that point, and you felt some type of way. But now that you're older, you can appreciate it, respect it. And I
definitely.
Why you keep doing this? Like you had some screws loose. Why you keep doing this?
So I see it because, like, with my niece, you know, I'm doing the same things that was done to me. You know, like when she's annoyed with it, but I know that it's sticking because I'll see her make the adjustments with certain things, and it's like I say this because I love you and I want you to be better. I might not have gotten that speech, but now it's like, okay, well, let me at least tell you why I'm saying that.
That's exactly what I hear.
So I don't want you to feel like I'm beating you up or anything like that. It's like I'm telling you because I love you, and
that's exactly the conversation I had with my son yesterday because he felt like that, and I was telling him like, bro, everything that I'm putting you up on game about is to help you. It's for you to be better. So you ain't out here bold. I'm not about to let you be like that.
And children don't understand. I used to tell Pooter all the time, I lived your life 3 to 4 times already.
At least 6.
Damn.
At least 6.
Thank God for wisdom.
I almost said something.
Wisdom.
You were like, Miles, you playing with me. Quit talking with your mouth full. Listen, so.
Damn, Miles. I'm going to have to get him. Go on.
Okay. Anyway, but no, children don't understand that you already had lived the life already. You feel me? And you giving them wisdom.
In your case, you lived at least 20 lives.
Yeah. A lot to say.
I'm gonna have to agree with this young lady.
See, and she don't mind giving credit, and she say no shade.
But my thing about like you done been at the mountaintop, you done been in the valley, you been in the park, like you have lived 20 lives.
I mean, that's all my sex capades, but don't.
No,
I ain't talking about your sex capades. I'm talking about
I'm
profession.
really talking about like how many lives
career
you really have lived.
Most definitely.
So that's what I'm saying it jokingly, but I mean it for real. Like you lived a lot of life.
No, I did.
And you only 60.
Right. Only still room.
Real quick, our guest just got a compliment. Rhea said, "Who is this beauty with those red lips? Y'all know I love me some red lips, and she looks absolutely stunning."
That's so cutie.
That's a girl's girl.
That's why I said that's so cutie.
Hey, look, a guy be like, "Hey man, who is that guy with them glasses on? He look very handsome."
Ain't no guy saying that.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with that.
Take it somewhere it never needs to go.
Well, with a handsome part, maybe not. But you can compliment his glasses.
No, listen,
do y'all compliment me?
No.
I do, but I don't compliment.
How would you do it?
I'll be like, "Yo, your shoes dope," or "Your jacket dope," shit like that. I don't say, "Hey, my dog, you look handsome." Like, no, I ain't doing no shit like that.
So do it prompt the conversation after he just be like, "Thanks, good looking," and y'all.
Yeah, it just goes on.
See, ours turned into a conversation.
Now your wife sees an attractive man, she be like, "Oh, wow, he nice looking." Do you say that like?
She don't do that shit.
Oh, she don't.
If she looking to find somebody handsome, she keep that shit in her head.
Oh, really? She don't be like, "Oh, they kind of cute." No, like she don't do that.
No,
I wouldn't do it. Not to do.
You know why she don't do it? She's smart.
Because she don't want
me doing that shit.
It's conversation.
No, we did play a game one day, and ironically, we played this game when we was in Atlanta. We was trying to guess who each other would mess with.
Uh-oh.
So it was funny. No, it was a fun game until it wasn't. But no, what happened was
got too deep.
We're pointing out each other like who each other types is. So she was wrong on my end, right? A couple of times, and then one time she was. And the reason why I thought it was so funny, I was like, damn, how did she know I would rock with her? But one guy that I pointed out, she was like, nope, it was the guy that was next to him or whatever. So then
you're like,
close proximity.
So anyway, after a while, she was like, all right, I'm done. I'm like, why? What's wrong? She was like, I feel like we about to start swinging or some shit. I'm like, no. I'm like, we just playing the game.
Like it was grooming her and shit.
No, actually, I think it's kind of fun and funny because it's like, well, dang, okay, maybe I don't know you like that. Or maybe I am learning something about you. That's how I look at it.
That's how
I'm learning something about you.
That's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
I didn't take it no way or whatever. I thought it was cool. But the one girl that she pointed out, I was mad that I had to admit, like, okay, you right. I probably would have kicked it with her. I was like, but what made you say that? She know I got a thing for girls with wild hair. I don't know why, but
so you don't like that hair comb.
I know why.
You don't like that hair comb.
No, not wild like it's not tamed. I mean like curly. You know what I'm saying? The natural look.
He looking at
Miles, we don't want to know.
He want to pull.
We don't want to know.
He want to pull that shit. Anyway, so no, but I dig it because one day I said my homegirl, my girl friend at the time, she's like, if it wasn't you, I would have thought you were gay. Because I said, babe, look at that nigga right there. This nigga look perfect, like Jesus chiseled him out, like his whole bone structure, everything. And I'm sitting there like,
were you talking about Christian?
No, but I told Christian. I did tell
That's
Christian
the only man that you say look perfect.
Christian Keys in person, I was like, nigga, you look like your fucking pictures. Like, it ain't no flaws, no scratches. You know, most niggas,
no filters.
No filters.
Okay,
Back then, they didn't even have filters on phones. But I'm looking at him like, dog, you look just like your, most light skinned niggas got blotches.
Yeah.
No, this nigga looked just like he had a makeup and everything, but he didn't though.
Damn.
So he looked like himself.
Looked exactly. Yep.
Wow.
And then light skinned niggas, they different, right? Christian was cool as hell. He had the mannerism of Wesley. He had mannerisms of Wesley Snipes. He was the blackest person you ever met.
He fine as hell too, though.
Which one, Christian King?
Hell yeah. What up, though?
Okay. That's so interesting because most light-skinned women don't like light-skinned men.
I don't have a preference.
You don't have a preference?
No.
That's what's up.
Okay, that's I said that. I'm like, I need to start saying that.
Like, do you see that? Notice that sometimes, like the lighter women like darker men, and darker men like lighter women.
Yeah, we've been put up against each other.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I was just me and my wife were just having a discussion about how I was pushed towards light skinned women because the dark skinned women wasn't rocking with me. Right. So I was like, I didn't care. Like I'd date them all if I could. So it didn't matter to me about what the complexion was.
My own heart.
Yeah. So
if you fine, you fine.
Exactly.
That's all I say.
Hey, Lance Gross, I'm sorry.
That's all I be saying.
I just think that man is attractive. Lorenz Tate, they're all fine.
You got fine man Tourette's.
I'm with you. I'm with you with Lance.
Nice Lorenz Tate.
Okay. I'm with you.
They clean. I like them. They clean cut.
So Stephanie, when I was out of town, I had this gentleman say hello to all the women podcasting, right? Mm-hmm. I want Chanie, you know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, go to it. Since you have podcasting, he gonna say hello to you right now, okay?
Okay. Right. She's like, where he at?
What's up, this is Morris. I want to say just hello to all the women on podcasting.
So you can't say Morris never say hello to you.
Man, listen. When you called me with that, I thought he was right there. I had my bonnet on and everything.
Right. She like, oh my God.
He gonna send it to me because he had called me, and then he sent me the video.
I was gonna let her FaceTime. I said, you got to FaceTime, Brittany.
I thought he was so I took my bonnet up. I FaceTime. I'm like, where's Morris? And he don't. Oh yeah, he left. I don't want to see no. Okay,
right.
Say FaceTime call over. Okay,
you should have called me twice.
So here's the thing.
Oh God,
heavy on that.
I'm glad we brought that video up. So it say, do people mistake constructive criticism as being judgmental? Us as podcasters, we be at podcast conferences, right?
Yeah.
So when people say they be podcasters, I say, so cool. Have you been here? No. Well, cool. Have you been here? No. Have you ever heard of this? No. In my head, you bullshit. You're
not taking this shit serious. Right? Yeah, exactly. You just want to be heard.
Right. That's why we created Power Life, because Power Life podcast is have a way of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How we do things, when we do things. And I just think when we show up, you see how it was when we showed up in Baltimore.
Yes.
Y'all
definitely
Baltimore.
But they this.
I was there in the spirit.
Yes, you were. Because I tell you, your spirit was like, you was telling me like, don't say shit, Miles. Don't say shit to him. Miles, don't say shit to him.
A lot of stuff went over my head.
I was updated the entire trip.
So a lot of stuff went went over my head. I'm like, I didn't figure out until later.
I was there.
So we was on the panel. It was me, Todd, Q, and
that's what I said. A lot of stuff went over my head.
Yeah,
and it was funny because he said something. I get a text from Maria on the table saying, "You mean hit this? You mean smack him?" I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm over here trying to just film with the camera, like
it was crazy, but it was like, I get it. Todd showed his ass. He let people know, like, look, this is my first time being here, but I'm gonna rock this shit to the wheel.
Y'all did good on the panel. Y'all all did good.
And the fact that we held our own. If they didn't never hear of a No Podcast Network that year, they heard about us for sure. And,
because most people just do podcasts. Like I said, they just get a microphone, get a camera, and they think that's what it's about.
They get on they man hating program or they woman hating program and
basically talk stuff about stuff they have no experience in.
Yeah, like if you think about it, half of the people, actually more than half. The people that be running their mouth about relationship this, relationship that, don't even be in no damn relationship.
That's why I don't take advice from them, because I'm like, first of all, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Exactly. Y'all have never seen anything successful. Y'all not in anything successful. So be quiet.
That's why you can't listen to all your friends when it comes to relationship advice. Especially if they single. You know, I can vent with you because you're my girl, but maybe not necessarily take advice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially if, you know, you in a worse situation than I'm in.
Now, some single friends that are respectful can give you some sound advice.
Yeah, I've been giving advice, but they don't be listening. Then they
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Girl, I saw that a mile a minute.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like one of my homies, like he straight up. He'll go after any woman he think he can get, and most of the time he'll get her. And one day we was out hanging. And I was shocked that he didn't pull nobody while I was around him. He was like, I did that because I knew that if I pulled her, the other one's gonna come and try to talk to you, and I didn't want to put you in that predicament.
That's real.
Yeah. So I was like, see,
that's a real friend.
Yeah, that's real.
Hey, next time you go out, call me. You already know what time it is. It's 10:30 on the hour.
That's how you gonna get somebody.
That's how it works. Same way you get them.
It's crazy. I get the craziest.
So we're going on break.
Shut up.
Same way you
Mom's about to tell us a lie.
No, you always think I be lying, and she be like, somebody just tell the truth.
Sometimes you be lying.
No, I've seen him in action though. Miles be pulling some women, and it be some bullshit.
The women.
The women in action. I'm like, how?
It's because
I get it. No,
here's
I
the
get
thing.
it.
People not talking no more, right? So
but Miles know how to make you laugh.
That's what I'm saying. People don't talk anymore.
I understand
so
that part because that was one of my moves.
It's like, what you doing?
I understand it. But Miles, the difference between me and Miles though, like when how I was moving, when
you're a gentleman. He's not.
No. He'll come right out the gate with the laughter. He like, hey girl, you know your bra is up today.
That's why I
do shit like this, like.
Really? Yeah, and then that's
I'm with you when you're right.
I was like, if I didn't know him, I wouldn't give him any energy.
Nah, man, this food.
It's different. It's not. Hey, what you doing? What you drinking? It's different than what you used to hearing.
My drink.
You don't get it. It's like Miles is.
We still waiting on our drink.
Miles is a psychotic psychic, dog. Like he knows who to approach with that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
He be peeping the
scene. If he ever said that to me, I would never talk to Miles.
The scenery.
I just approach you different, Brittany. I just approach you.
You be like, oh, I see you got a seat for that bag.
There you go. You just laugh.
You see that?
That'll give it right.
That'll do it. Only because it came from
That'll do
if
it.
You would have said it, I wouldn't have laughed.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been that funny.
Whatever. Shut up. Hey, yo, we about to go. We'll be right back. Y'all watching Rising Ground Morning Show right here on podcast. Hey, we'll be back more with the guest, Miss Stephanie. We'll be right back.
Oh, it's shaking feet.
What the hell was you clocking? Was y'all rubbing nipples? You Cassie?
We clocking it.
Cassie.
Because she was on that one. You ain't hear it.
Thank you.
The break.
Damn, she like, I want to go hit this weed.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
Beauty and the D podcast with host Stephanie Coney, live on WJZZ, Cool TV every Saturday at 1 p.m. Beauty and the D spotlights Detroit's movers and shakers. The podcast is all about power, wealth, and style in the city of Detroit. Beauty and the D will also introduce you to influencers and upcoming trendsetters. Join Stephanie Coney, CEO, London Consulting and Insurance Firm, every Saturday at 1 p.m. live for her podcast. Beauty and the D airing WJZZ, Cool TV, Facebook, and Instagram.
Detroit, you gave me joy. You gave me joy. Detroit, you gave me joy. I remember the feeling you made me feel. Those hot summer days swimming in the...
When it comes to life insurance, let's stop the GoFundMe epidemic. 46% of people of color die without adequate life insurance. Invest in your legacy from day one with your children and grandchildren. I'm Stephanie Coney, owner of the London Consulting Firm located in Southwest Detroit. Contact me at 313-895-7070.
Or visit londonconsultingfirm.com.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, then smack a bitch. Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Whatever. Brittany is so cute. First, you're like, see a bitch, smack a bitch. And she's like, come on the morning show and watch.
That's called range.
Yeah.
That's what actors do.
That's why I would never date an actress.
That's okay.
I'll be fake as hell.
We wouldn't date you either.
I'm still in that though, Brittany.
Oh,
You see a bitch, slap a bitch.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people be saying that now. Like somebody had DM me and that's what they said, and I just fell out laughing. I was like, y'all like that line?
It's a movement.
First of all,
I was so hype on that line though because
Yeah, and it comes across.
when he said it, he was like, "What's gonna make you mad?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "You call me out my name," and he said it with like so much passion behind it.
Jalapito.
I was mad.
Alapito said
So
that.
I meant that.
Yeah.
All of them, but that line really hit my heart.
It looked like you meant that shit.
Yeah.
what's the other movie now? What is it called?
What, not Broad Day, Ether?
Yeah, Ether.
Out,
That's my favorite line from Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What the fuck?
You looking at?
Both of them on Tubi.
Yeah.
What's it called? Ether.
Ether, and then that one was Broad Day.
That was good as hell.
See,
Yeah.
that is so good.
As soon as it came out on
Okay.
Tubi.
I love that.
No, well, if it's 2 months ago, you seen the other one.
No, you said 2 weeks ago?
Broad Day.
We said 2 weeks
It's
to 2
two of them
months.
because one of them is Broad Daylight and then ours is Broad Day.
Oh, okay. I saw the one about stealing stealing the money. That's
it. Yeah. Look, I'm like, that's it. Yeah.
That was good.
And you
Don't confuse her.
She got my hairs in a ponytail.
Yeah.
I don't got my good eyes on today.
Okay.
I'm just happy that you
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'm happy that you enjoyed it.
I love it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. That's cutie.
Stephanie was like, was their money insured though?
Oh, nah, that's the one.
With them trucks insured.
Okay.
So Stephanie, you do insurance? London is London insurance agency or just London?
It's actually the London consulting firm doing business as London Consulting and Insurance Firm.
Okay, good.
Nice.
So with that, when you look at movies and things like that, do you come up with ideas on how you can actually sell people or help people? I hate the word sell, to help people in business. Like if I was a insurance agency and I seen the shit with the money, I'm like, see, they weren't insured. They weren't insured. They worry about the wrong shit. You know?
I always look at things like that, especially from the life insurance perspective. Like, dang, did they have? That's the one thing that Uncle Sam haven't figured out how to tax is life insurance, and that's the one thing that we have the least of. Right. And I'll say that because I just went to a funeral on Saturday, and Sunday. I felt some kind of way. It was my friend's father. We had been talking about, actively talking about getting insurance for his father. I had ran the quotes and everything. Right, the money wasn't the issue. We just didn't do it. We just never got around to doing it. Fast forward, a couple months later, the father passed. And I'm offering my condolences, of course, either way. But I would have rather much gave him a check for $50,000 tax free than to be the chicken lady, because I had bought the chicken for the repay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I would have much rather have gave him a check.
Right. And that's another form of building wealth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You could have gave it to the grandkids. You know what I'm saying? $50,000 ain't a lot, but it's more than having to dig in your pocket and spend unexpectedly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? True. For the hall and the funeral and all that, that goes with it.
It costs a lot to die.
It do.
No, I'm being for real. It costs a lot to die. And
especially if you got kids.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to, I definitely want to do the what you call the cremation situation.
You gonna get cremated?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm halfway there.
No, but a lot of people have been talking about being cremated. Yeah.
It's the new thing.
Yeah.
Probably
and it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
But I always thought about that too. Like, I don't know if I want to be buried on top of. Because where's everybody being buried on top of each other?
No, but you're right. Because
they are. When they dig them up, they do be on top of each other.
I had to unearth my mother. You know what I mean? Really? Yeah, because in Philadelphia they had rain for 30 straight days. It was going ham. Harsh rain, and they were sitting on the hill. So some of the caskets was already sliding out.
Oh, see.
You feel me? Because it rains so much, right? And people don't understand the ground shift every single day. Mm-hmm. It don't feel like it, but it does.
It do.
And so they had to unearth my mother, and then I had to bury her again.
Gotcha.
And I was like, damn.
What?
Yeah, because.
Now, what does that process look like when you burying somebody who already was buried?
Very hard.
All over again.
Yeah, and except for you don't have all the people lying to you, talking about everything gonna be okay. It was.
That's why I never say anything in that situation. Yeah. Because I feel like there's nothing you can say to anyone that's going through, and the only thing you can do is just be present.
Yep. Yeah, but I feel like not saying anything is a thing too.
But I don't even like when people say sorry for your loss or anything. Like just
say I'm here for you if you need me.
Thank you. That's it. Like, don't say that to me because
I was okay at my mother's funeral, right? I was really quiet. I didn't drop one single tear until Jewel came behind me. At this time, my mother died November 14th, and her funeral was actually on my birthday. So he came right behind me, grabbed my shoulders. Hey, bro, I'm here for you. Everything.
Yeah.
It was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because there's nothing anyone really can say but that.
Right. You met my brother Dion, right?
Yeah.
So Kentucky police was bringing him because he was already in jail. So he paid for him to bring him, and they wasn't there yet. So I was like, that casket ain't gonna close till my brother get here. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
My daddy, my dumb ass daddy was like, well, shit, I gotta go smoke a cigarette. I said, man, go
have 3, but
right.
They're so dramatic with the closing of the casket.
Oh, now that's
it's
when
like,
I
can you
lost
just close it? Because I can't.
Why are y'all moving so slow?
They gotta do the winding. It's like, please, just close this because this is already traumatizing.
I don't want it back. I don't want, you know what I'm saying?
You
Because
don't want what?
Because to close it fast, it may be giving off a sign of disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't gonna hear
It
you.
hurt. But it was fast.
It's still
the rest of the service is
First of all,
Rhea said I'm getting cremated.
Yeah,
You know, I have been thinking about
never
that
thought of-
lately about
thought
being
about it.
cremated. I honestly don't know if I even
I
want
already
to
paid for
service.
I already paid
I don't
for
think
mine.
I would want that.
Because I don't want people to be looking. All I keep thinking about is the movie A Bronx Tale. You never seen it. Miles, you've seen it.
I've seen it too. I've seen it.
You seen A Bronx Tale?
Oh yeah, from back.
Like
to back.
all I keep thinking about is when he says nobody cares.
Right.
And like
I'm
people,
glad I
when you
didn't
go
see
to
it.
funerals,
Listen.
nobody cares. Like that's how I be. Nobody's hurting but the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like how I look at it is like I would want it to just be.
I'm sorry.
Just my
I thought about
family.
the repast after when everybody do very much be hustling and eating and
That's
nobody sad.
like
yeah.
the family is the one is gonna hit, and it doesn't hit until everything is over.
First of all, it don't hit in the reality of it. Like even when Missy passed, like right after we went to go start shooting the movie, Daddy, I Love Him. I didn't show up on set for 3 days because that was me admitting that she's gone.
Yeah,
and I just couldn't take it.
It doesn't hit you until like everything is
Heavy.
over, and
Everyday
then when
life.
and then when it come, it's like, what in the world just happened? Like, how did this happen? So that's why it's like I don't even know if I even want that.
No.
Now that I'm thinking about the whole process and what it is, like I don't even think I want my family to.
I think it's selfishness to want to have your family go through a particular hurt that they don't have to go through.
I think I don't.
I mean, even asking your brother, I used to think like I'm saying, I want my brothers and my people to love me to actually throw the dirt on my casket.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, why put them through that?
I don't. You know what? I'm not. I thought about this one day. I'm not letting nobody speak in my funeral. I'm gonna leave a video for everybody for them to watch. I'm not about to let nobody speak though.
No, I want people to speak.
You want people to
I know,
speak?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. I have been and will continue to be a lot of things to a lot of people. I've been great to a lot of people's life. Y'all better come and speak that shit.
So
my whole life is about building a legacy. That's why I did a company after my baby girl. Y'all better come and you know what I'm saying, show some love, talk about the people I've mentored, the people that I've helped, and hopefully they will go and do the same thing so that when they die, somebody is standing over top of them, people will have something good to say about them. And I've done that to other people. There's plenty of people funeral I done went to, pay respect and said some things because you know, they ain't just gone. The spirit and the memories and things that they contributed to my life will live with me forever. Right. You know, like with my mother, same thing. You know, I appreciate everybody that has showed up, showed some love. My mother was a good woman, and she deserved for people to come out and speak on her behalf.
So you know, there's a couple celebrities who had a false funeral.
False funeral?
Yeah.
Like they wasn't really dead?
Yeah, Richard Pryor was one of the people, he sat in the background to see what they had to say about him.
Wow. Oh my God. Yo, that's sick.
No, it's not really.
I mean,
I'm gonna try to do a roast.
It's sick, like in the sense of like who would go that far just to see what somebody would say
but
about him.
they know he ain't died.
Oh, okay.
So he just made up something to see.
Yeah, but a lot of celebrities.
But they knew he still was alive.
No, it's kind of deep. Like, you have to see it. Or go on YouTube and look up celebrities who had funerals, because sometimes the most realistic shit come out of people when you're not there.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because they take you for granted, like you're gonna always be there.
Yeah, and then that's what Richard Pryor wanted to see, because people don't know Richard Pryor was a big staple in the black
yes, he was
comedy era. Not just because he was a comedian, but the things he did. He put a lot of people on.
He went through his childhood was almost like. That happened to you for real? Like when he told us stories and you hear his stories, like wow, that's crazy.
And he was one of the first black people who ever had his own TV show on NBC.
And he was funny as hell.
Yeah, absolutely.
If y'all have seen the skit lately, he was in the.
Can you explain who that is to Chanie?
You need to hit the buzzer on
that. Can we explain who Richard Pryor is to Chanie?
Richard Pryor was one of the greatest comedians who ever lived. He did on Sunset Strip.
You know him though?
Did you ever? Did you?
One second, I'll be right with you.
Did you ever watch?
Richard Pryor?
Wait, tell me. Did you ever watch any stand-ups?
No.
She didn't even see the
I usually
Toys.
sit down.
And he was in Toys. Wasn't it Toys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Let me make sure I get the movie right. Toys.
You be like, Toy, she's like, I don't got a role.
No.
He was making me feel so old right now.
No.
Like she seriously don't know who Richard Pryor is.
Yes, it's Richard Pryor.
Oh my God.
He played in Wasn't he in Harlem Nights too?
Yeah.
He was in Harlem Nights?
Yes, he was in Harlem
I
Nights.
never finished Harlem Nights. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, him
Wasn't he in
asking Tommy House to laugh was hilarious to me.
Say I'm gonna need you to.
Oh.
Then he said,
What was the movie he was in jail?
Friday night, somebody ass gonna get with
What
me.
was the movie?
And that's probably why I ain't see it.
No.
I would have turned it off at that.
What was
Why?
the movie? What was the name of the movie when he was in jail?
Oh, Stir Crazy.
Okay.
That's
He was
right.
in the Mac. I guess you ain't never seen the Mac either, huh?
I saw the new version of the Mac, but I know like
the Mac from the 70s with Goldie.
I know like I've seen it, but
Nigga,
because
you
of how
wanna die? Oh, that's what he
but
said.
because of how it looked.
None of these.
Oh no, wait, I'm getting that confused with Superfly.
Yeah.
What he do?
One of them the same people that played Superfly in the Mac? One of them the same people?
No,
They thought they was the same movie.
I don't know. See what I'm saying?
So Superfly,
No
I
originality.
saw the new Superfly, and then Mac,
That
I
nigga
seen
was
like
too-
bits and pieces.
You said
of
he
it,
was too
but I
pretty?
That nigga's too pretty.
Yeah.
Richard was pretty.
That nigga was a
No,
trans.
not Richard Pryor.
That nigga was a trans.
The guy at
Superfly.
Superfly. What's the name he seen?
Who y'all talking about? My man?
I was
No,
gonna say,
the
my
guy
God.
in Superfly.
Not
The
who
new
we
guy-
talking
The
about.
new guy in Superfly.
Are you talking about my man?
What's
Hold on.
What's his name?
Man is.
Is it a
Who your man is?
Superfly sugar booty?
Y'all talking about Trevor Jackson?
Yeah.
That's
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all talking
Trevor
about Trevor Jackson. That's the new Superfly. He is not that pretty.
Superfly sugar booty. That's what I call him. He was
Ooh, that's a sugar
a
booty.
sugar booty.
No, he not.
Okay,
He
Brittany,
not-
you got two homework assignments, Brittany. You gotta watch Harlem Nights, and you gotta watch the Mac.
Shit.
Tell me.
We about to do that right after this
This
show.
young man.
Yeah.
That's Trevor Jackson.
He
girl.
fine as hell.
Hey, no,
That little
listen,
boy.
Steph, you gotta understand something about Telly. If he ain't got a belly and tattoos everywhere, she don't think he fine.
And diabetic.
Diabetic.
He don't have to be diabetic,
If he
but
diabetic, that means he can't even turn up.
Oh, and
you see what I'm saying? I like her. But he can have a baller belly and turn up.
Yeah, and he gotta have some dreads.
Or just something.
Yeah.
Oh, you like to pull on the dreads? That's cute. Yeah.
And she said that's cute. See? So
She just said that to save your grace. So,
Hey, and that's a good question. Hey, yo, tell me, do you ever receive like criticism because of the type that you like?
yes, every day we talk about
No.
it.
I, like this, no. Outside of podcast shit.
No.
Oh, okay. So
I
everybody,
never received criticism.
So everybody know just okay.
Shit.
I tell you like the chubby guys.
They know what I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the type of niggas they like.
Oh.
No, me and my friend, we don't have the same
None of me and my friends have the same
circle.
taste.
Yeah, we don't have the same taste. That's great.
None of us have the same
That's
taste.
how it was.
Evidently.
But
That's great.
Trevor Jackson is fine. I don't care what y'all say.
He fine as hell.
You seen him?
That little guy.
Girl, and he sings.
Okay.
That man. Oh my goodness.
Shane like me too.
Did you see?
Right.
Did you see Superfly with him in it?
No, I just saw the
You need to
picture.
go watch it.
She wouldn't have watched nothing unless
No,
Rick
she
Ross
would
was in
watch.
it.
She would watch that.
Okay, now I love some Rick Ross.
Rick Ross is in it.
Yeah,
Is he?
Yes, Rick
Now,
Ross
what's the
is in
movie
it.
called?
Superfly.
Rick
Okay.
Ross is actually
Okay,
in it.
let me
As a
put
matter of
that
fact, they
in my
film-
note.
They film at his house.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do
I
that.
love
Trevor
some
was
Rick
in it. I
Ross.
know
Me
Trevor.
too. I love him.
Listen, I know Trevor.
Okay.
Love me some.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have no type for real.
Stephanie,
You
question to
she
you.
like Rick.
She don't.
A
Mm-hmm.
question to you.
She like me.
He fine.
Do you, when you're doing your insurance, do you actually try to give people health advice, not advice like as a trainer or anything, about things that they should or should not do while trying to obtain a insurance policy?
Yeah, I tell people to be honest. You know, health is wealth. Be honest, because what we don't want to do is write an application and you telling a bunch of lies. And then and something happened to you within the first 2 years, then it won't get paid out. I got plenty of stories like that.
Okay.
Even so much as like the tobacco question. They're not looking for weed. We don't care about that.
Right.
Unless you're smoking blunts, because that's got the tobacco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't smoke cigarettes, you smoke weed, that's fine. We don't care about that. But if you are a tobacco smoker, you do need to put that on the application. Just be as honest as possible. And then, if it's like, say you do end up, stop smoking, you quit smoking, if it's as long as it's at least 12 months, then, I can re-rate you after I write the policy. Right. If it's some things that you reversed about your health, it can be looked at and underwritten.
Good. So go ahead.
Do you advise like a certain age of when people should start getting that?
Absolutely. The younger the better.
The younger the better.
Because you don't know if you're going to grow up and have something that is going to make you be uninsurable. Like say, you become an adult and now you, not being funny this time really, and you do become a diabetic. Mm-hmm. Well, as a diabetic, you're going to pay more rates than somebody who isn't.
Exactly,
so you don't know what type of illness you may, encounter.
So you think we should start
now,
as with kids, like 15, 16, around that age, or even younger? Okay,
yeah, and
I agree with you.
Because I got it on my daughter too. I'm not wishing nothing to happen. I swear to God. But you know what? It is building cash value for her.
It is.
And so for even you young ladies in the room right now, there's this product that everybody is talking about now. It's called an IUL, and that stands for Index Universal Life. Yeah. Listen, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you don't have a job that's giving you a 401k or whatever, this your best bet. Again, life insurance is the one thing Uncle Sam haven't figured out how to tax. You can do two things with this. You can grow it, and at the end of the day, have a death benefit so your family can bury you. But also that death benefit, let's say you do come into a chronic illness, right? You can borrow from your policy and say, you know what? I heard they got the best treatment for my illness in Tokyo. I'm just making up something, Malaysia somewhere. You can take that money and be like, you know what? I'm about to go over there and get treatment for whatever they just diagnosed me with and take 80% of what this policy is. So say if it's only $100,000, you can get $80,000. Again, it's tax free. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or something happened to you, like, you know what? I need somebody to take care of me. Can't nobody just quit their job and take care of you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody say, I want something bad to happen to me. I ain't never met somebody woke up and say, I'm just about to go out here and tear my shit up.
Okay. not just today. You know what I'm saying?
Real bad accident.
No, me and my sister got ours at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Our life insurance policy. And unfortunately, she passed.
I'm sorry.
But the money was able to go to her daughter. Yeah, because she developed breast cancer later, but we had already had the life insurance on that.
So that's generational wealth right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the history on IULs has become has become very visible in the past 2 to 3 years, right? So have you seen? I'm gonna say black people. I'm gonna stick with us. Have you seen more black people trying to get an IUL versus just getting regular insurance?
No.
Sad.
And y'all know I'm located in Southwest Detroit. 40% of my business is Hispanics, which is phenomenal because they typically, like to do business with one another. Mm-hmm. I've earned and gained their trust over there. But yeah, and you would think that it would be the opposite, but no. And I do talk to my people about, and I'm like, look, the cash value is built off what the S&P 500 is doing. You really just can't lose. If nothing else, you still won't get what you put into.
What is the S&P 500 for those who don't know?
That is basically the stock market. So it's an index that they use. It's a whole calculation that they use that they invest your money in. It goes into 3 pots. So it goes into the market, it goes into the cost of maintaining the policy, and then it goes into funding what your death benefit is.
So is there a particular reason why you think our people just not interested, or they just don't think about it? Like, what do you think that is?
We just don't make it a priority. That's the best answer I could give. Is that we just don't prioritize it. Same with my homeboy. Ask me how many trips he'd been on. Ask me, you know what I'm saying? Why we never sat down and did this? I don't know, because it's not like he didn't have the money. It just wasn't a priority until it was a priority.
She said it politically correct, because I tell people all the time, the reason why we don't do it because we are actually, I don't know about that.
Stupid. Just saying.
We stupid. And the truth is, like she said, you got people going on cruises. I had somebody say, I said, bro, let's go to this conference. Yeah, it's $1,500, but how much your cruise cost? He said $1,800. I said, so you're gonna spend 3 days, 4 days full of relaxation, right, and come back stupid.
Well, I think some people just don't like to deal with reality of it, right? Because how many people really sit around and have the conversations about death?
They do.
They
talk about it all the time,
but they don't talk about it in a realistic way. They might talk about it in a joking way, but nobody ever.
Now we dying younger. How many people? And let's just be real. We all can sit at this table and say we know people under the age of 50 that done dropped dead from heart attacks. Stress. I ain't never heard this much. You know what I mean? In my life, but we won't go.
It's crazy. My uncle said this about 5 years ago. He was saying because of like where the world is, how it's shifting with all the technology and social media and all this other stuff. He was like, you're gonna start seeing young people die with heart attacks. Yeah, and I've seen people like 22 coming in with heart attacks. I'm like, what?
Your goddamn Viagra's and honey pack. Listen.
And this the crazy thing. How are you in your 20s?
So much stuff.
How are you in your 20s needing a honey pack?
Here's the thing. I don't. No.
This the honey pack show. Nah.
The honey pack show. Listen, I don't think that it's something that's needed. I think that younger people kind of look at it as
stupid.
No, people look at it as an extra little turn up boost.
No, listen,
I feel like younger people living like they.
So I feel like just like how you have your liquor, how you have your substance or whatever the case may be, while you in that moment, people think for anything. People think that hey, if I do a little honey pack with a little liquor, I'm activated.
Nah, man. Because if I'm around,
the honey pack was for the bedroom. That ain't for the liquor.
That's the pregame.
No, this is the problem. This is the problem that I'm having.
It's your pregame.
When you in your 20s and all of that, you shouldn't need it.
You don't need it, but it's just like, hey, this gonna give me a little extra.
These 20-year-olds are lazy.
I'm
just saying, listen, it give you that extra little oomph.
The extra oomph is already in me.
But you don't. But I'm saying you don't need it, but you will prefer it. It's just a preference.
Nah, man, I'm sorry. And if the liquors, if I'm around you and I find you attractive, goddamn it, I'm already there.
And they don't.
No Blue Chew, no honey pack, no
I hope so.
I'm just saying.
And I'm 41, it's still there.
Listen, y'all asked the question.
I'm about to be 41.
And that'd be my line. I'm 53 and my shit still work.
It's not that their stuff don't work because both of them show up. Both of them show up. It's
Chanie.
I'm just saying.
Do honey packs give niggas heart attacks?
I mean,
it's whatever. If you abuse it, yes, it can.
Extra adrenaline.
Well, the first time, no.
It's almost like doing cocaine.
Tell me.
Chanie like the first time.
Listen. No. From my counterparts, I've heard.
It's almost
I don't think the first time.
It's almost like doing cocaine.
They ain't die from that either.
Guess shit.
Well,
they die from cocaine.
Well, you got good talent from it before it happened.
A lot of people dying off cocaine.
Yeah, it is. Especially since now this with the fentanyl mixture and all that. Yeah,
we pushing like fentanyl. It's all legitimate.
Yeah, that's true.
Jay-Z line.
Jay-Z line.
Hey, y'all,
okay.
Listen, y'all are watching.
We just spent more time on the honey pack than the damn topic. I learned some shit today.
For real, I mean, because first of all, you gotta deal with sarcasm when your dick not getting hard, because people will judge you.
Yeah.
I don't think they're using that to get hard though. Again, they're using it for a part of the aesthetic.
No, listen.
It's supposed to make you a little bit on the freakier side.
No, my man had a honey pack. I'm judging him.
Listen.
Who is that? Is that what it does?
I had a younger guy tell me because I wanted to know why, because I'm like, bro.
Okay, and he was
older than you. Okay, and I still.
Well, what did he say? What did he say?
He was like, dog, I do that so they'll never forget me.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He don't need it. He prefer it. Whatever he prefer for. That's on him.
So if my man has a honey pack, I'm judging.
My thing is though, if you're gonna sit there and try to get a girl to not forget you, you're gonna make her crazy off of this honey pack. What if you ain't got access to the honey pack? What you doing next, sir?
Well, at that point, you can show up as you because you didn't already do what you needed to do.
But guess what? If you showed up, listen, Telly. If a dude, Telly, I want you to answer this question.
Listen, honey packs are at your local gas.
No, listen to me.
Want to get them? You want to get them?
Listen to me. If a dude showed up and y'all did your thing, he's showing up as He-Man, right? Off the honey pack. And this nigga shows up off Limber.
Gummy
the next time.
The Tootsie Roll.
No, I want the honey pack, man.
Why wouldn't it be available?
I don't like you. I want the honey pack.
But why wouldn't it be available? It was available the first time.
But what if you didn't like it What if you didn't like it if he was not on a honey pack?
Todd, don't waste your time.
Don't start some shit you can't keep up.
That's why they have heart attacks.
That could be it.
That's exactly why they have heart attacks.
Well, I don't think it's from the product. I think it's from if you use a muscle too much.
But what is in the honey pack? So it could be
something for the I think it's a mixture of Viagra and some other stuff.
Yeah, I would never know because I'm not using that shit.
No, that's right.
I think it's Janini.
I'm gonna have to Google and see what's in the honey pack.
She said it's the Vax that is getting you the heart attack. It goes straight for your heart. The vaccine.
Yeah. The vaccines.
She said it's
from the doctors. The vaccine. See, I didn't think that it was.
So we talking about vaccines like from COVID and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Somebody
because honestly, after a lot of people,
I was watching the circus.
After a lot of people did get the COVID vaccination, they did start having heart issues.
It's wild work. Well, I don't think it. Like I said, I don't think it comes from the product.
I
to be honest with you.
Why you don't vaccinate? I praise God.
But I think too, like some people just aren't active. I think it has a lot to do with food, subconscious stress. I mean, it's a lot of things that goes into it.
Y'all about to make me do some homework. I'm gonna have to go to GPT chat and ask what is in the honey pack.
Yeah.
You know,
he gonna be like Dick Hardener.
Ask Siri.
That's wild work. I don't know. I don't think that's in there.
Can somebody ask Siri?
Well, you crazy as hell.
Somebody asked me.
I mean, but see, here's the thing, though. But wouldn't that happen naturally without it?
What would happen
if your level of freakiness and/or horniness goes up? You're gonna necessarily get that
level of freakiness and horniness.
First of all,
man,
just because you're horny, if you get freaky, you'll be like, hold on, wait a minute.
When Telly
I'm
get
gonna try
married,
2
dog,
fingers this time.
I'm just saying.
When Telly get married, I swear to God, her husband either gonna look tired or he gonna be happy.
Oh my God! You're tired.
He's probably gonna be tired.
You're tired looking. That's not a compliment.
Hold on, let me ask Robert. Hold on.
Yeah, ask Robert.
Hey, Rob.
What's the purpose of a honey pack?
What's in a honey pack?
Okay, y'all gotta be quiet. Robert ain't that trained on.
You don't even know your voice.
Right, hold on. Start the chat. Advance, okay.
This is some wild work.
You gotta read the shit off.
Y'all gotta read it off. To the honey pack show.
Because they got all them carbohydrates and all of the real terms for this stuff.
Hey, Robert.
I'm over Robert.
Start a new chat. Use advanced voice.
Just ask Siri.
Man,
Who the hell is Robert?
His Siri.
AI.
Hey, Robert.
Robert ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, not today.
Miss Rhea said honey is natural. That's not causing
Thank you, Miss Rhea.
Robert, what's the difference between a honey pack and Viagra?
Now you asked.
Sure, I can help with that. A honey pack and Viagra are both used to address issues related to sexual performance, but they are quite different in terms of composition and regulation. Viagra is a prescription medication containing sildenafil, which helps increase blood flow to certain areas of the body. It's approved by health authorities and is typically used to treat erectile dysfunction. Honey packs, on the other hand, are often marketed as natural supplements and may contain a mix of herbs and other ingredients. They are not regulated as strictly as prescription medications, and their safety and effectiveness can vary. It's always best to consult with a healthcare provider before trying any new treatment.
Have any honey pack or Viagra been connected to heart attacks?
There have been reports of both honey packs and Viagra being associated with heart-related issues, but it's important to understand the differences. Viagra, or sildenafil, can cause side effects, including potential cardiovascular issues, especially if taken improperly or if the person has pre-existing heart conditions. It's crucial to use it under medical supervision. Honey packs, being less regulated, can vary widely in their ingredients and quality. Since they are not as strictly controlled, there is less information about their safety. There have been concerns about some supplements containing substances that might affect the heart, especially if taken in large quantities or with other medications. If you have any concerns about heart health or using these products, it's best to consult with a healthcare provider. They can provide personalized advice based on your specific situation.
Thank you, Robert.
You know, he didn't really say too much of nothing.
You know what I got from that?
Thinking
He
about
ain't say too
somebody
much
having
of
a honey
nothing.
pack and then they die right in the middle of the act. Like,
no, listen,
that's traumatizing.
No. What's traumatizing is you either stay hard or lose your heart. That's what's
I don't think that
traumatizing.
it's just typically for that.
How you die?
On top of me.
Dog.
That's what they call purple, by the way.
That was a good movie. Do you see that was a good movie then?
on the musical.
Thank you, Miss Rhea. It says honey packs are used for stamina, not hardness.
Would y'all
What
rather a
the hell?
man?
What do you think the stamina is for?
Listen.
The fuck?
Listen,
Well,
you do
Robert
what you
just
do.
told us that people die from honey packs.
He said, I don't know.
Would y'all rather do finish and then die?
I'd rather you not die.
No, I'm just saying. Would y'all rather do finish and not on top of you?
For me, never mind. I was about to
You
say
know
something,
what?
but I decided
But here's the thing: if he do it during,
I know
your
you
story
about to-
would be validated.
Brittany, I know what
I
you're
think
about to
people
say.
will be like, "Dang, she's
So
dangerous."
wait. So
Yeah,
you
but-
think you'll get in trouble?
No, I think people think
That's
it's
what I'm saying. I
dangerous.
feel like if he dies on top of you, then it
I
would
know
be
you about-
validated.
I'm about to say he ain't gonna down top me. I like it doggy style. That's what you about to say.
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I was never gonna say
checking.
that. I was just gonna say I feel like people would think I'm dangerous.
I already think you're dangerous. Anytime
That would be the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, dang, they gonna think I'm dangerous.
Brittany,
That's why I said if it's during my story, at least be validated.
So you are dangerous.
Brittany, we already know you're dangerous.
And Telly, you delusional as hell, so you're dangerous. So yeah,
We know Brittany has stalkers. A nigga up under her bed.
Telly had a stalker.
No, I don't. I'm stalk.
No, I said you had one.
I
You
don't
ain't
have a
listening.
stalker.
I said you had past tense.
Listen,
I don't do
Brittany had that
anything.
nigga up under the bed like.
this is all lies.
This is why I work.
This is all lies.
You said it on. We already know you. had
Right,
a nigga
Miss
under your
Rhea.
bed.
She says, so the less the government is involved, the healthier it is to me. And the honey pack is not. It's not
Tom
regulated.
said- he said, "I'm agree with Shan today. They use it extra,
I'm telling
but
you
if
now.
They keep using it. It depends on them. I don't see the
That
point.
mean Tom
but
tried
to
that
each
shit
his
out.
own. Tom must have tried it.
Here's the thing.
Yo, all right, man. In a minute, I'm about to call you Winnie the Pooh for supporting honey pack so much.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling y'all what it is.
What are you telling us?
What I said?
Man,
And
you know what? I hope they give you a check, Telly.
Thank you.
do.
I want to be verified. Oh, that's about on Facebook. I want to be verified too.
No, I'm talking about give you a check for supporting honey pack so
She
much.
said, "I want to be verified."
Okay. You need to see that.
Because you
That's a
verified
check.
the shit out of them honey packs today.
I'm just telling you all the purpose.
Miss Rhea said they are correct. Shan.
Same one.
Yeah, I mean, we should.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah, try going on and come back in if you can't see all of them.
Yeah.
Hell to the no. I've been
Who
on the show
correct,
a whole
Miss
damn
Rhea?
2 hours and just figured it out.
They are correct,
First of all,
Shan.
Tom-
Miss
She
Rhea
agreeing
said-
with the others.
Miss Rhea says, "So the less the government is involved, the healthier it is to me."
I can agree.
I mean, I can see that, but
Because
they-
the government be trying to kill us. So.
And that's 11-11.
The government and the honey pack still killing you. So
Yeah.
I can't agree with none of it.
Well, if you're going to die some way,
Yeah.
you say might as well go happy.
Rhea
Huh?
said-
Go out happy.
Listen.
Ain't that how Kevin Samuels died? Didn't he die like that?
No, he was done.
He was
Oh.
drinking Red Bulls or something.
He was killing them Red Bulls.
He
dog.
did.
careful
He
what
did
y'all
cocaine.
mixing with y'all.
Oh, and he did the coke?
Yeah, he was on drugs
man.
with that, but he was.
And he
was-
did what?
He was on cocaine.
The booger shit.
Nose wide open.
Damn.
But he
I
was
did
messing
not
with that
know.
girl
But he
because
was
she
right.
was younger
But he
than
was
him.
right though. A lot of shit Kevin saying was saying was correct.
And he was.
said was
he
right.
That's a
correct.
whole nother
So
story.
sorry. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Top of the top,
Dang,
Carl.
cut us off. Hey, Tom.
What up, my guy?
It's that high value man
Look at him.
right
I'm like,
there.
good morning.
So look,
What's up, honey pack Tom? Hello.
I definitely was listening to y'all, and it was cool. The only reason I'm calling in because I heard somebody say Tom must have used them. So I used it one time, and it was only because
But it's only because I kept hearing and my people kept talking about it gave me the worst headache in the world.
Wow.
But my thing and somebody just said something. Doc said the craziest shit in the world. Stamina don't got shit to do with your. Sometimes they use it for stamina to last longer. That don't mean they taking it to keep their dick hard.
That mean they dick hard if they last so long. They dick is
If you a 2-minute nigga and you need to last longer, it prolongs the situation. My elixir of my choice is Patron and Red Bull, but I mean, we can frown upon the Red Bull too. Everybody do something like Doc. You're not gonna tell me you just drink water and just last for hours. I don't believe.
I'm telling you, I'm a beast.
God, you're lying. You was a beast. You was a beast. You pushing 80, my nigga. You not just sitting up there laughing all night.
Everybody age always go up.
Tony is 83 already. He's 83 already.
Don't have Miles do dollar, bitch, because I can do that too.
Not phone a friend.
Please
Bye.
We don't want to hear none of your
bye.
But yeah, I just don't knock. I mean, we know a lot of people that do a lot of stuff for a lot of reasons. I just don't knock them. I know I got a homeboy. We was in our 20s. He used to be buying them, the Blue Diamonds, them Viagra pills. And I'm like, bro, you gonna need that. You gonna be dependent on them when we get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand it. But to each his own. Like, some people they need it. I don't get it. But I just ain't with just popping all kind of pills and shit just to Red Bull and Patron to get me well. And I really making my business to be off that when it's like 2 women involved. Like one, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't need
now
them.
that make more.
I think you should be careful with the Red Bull, Tone.
Yeah, well, no, Tone. When you said 2 women, now that I understand.
I swear,
you might you gotta work with 2
your
people.
problem is y'all not eating fruit. That's your problem. Y'all need fruit.
But yeah,
y'all need
the
fruit.
2 women, I understand that. Definitely.
Lay down. If he's eating fruit, he won't have that
I'll
problem.
be very honest with you. I never had to take none of that.
Here's the thing.
And I'd had 2 or 3 at a time. And
I feel like people are just thinking that it's the thing that people do because they have to. People just want to. They don't need it.
So I'm telling you.
Tone, I'm close
He
to
said
it.
he
But
had 2 or 3.
You ain't close to shit.
Y'all need to increase your fruit. I'm telling y'all what y'all need to do with y'all life.
Yeah.
Watermelon is one of the best, as he would say, elixir.
But go ahead, y'all. I'm out to do that.
All right, thanks,
Tone, you full of shit. All right, then see you later, bro.
I know.
All right, peace.
At least he ain't fight you on that. I know.
I'm telling y'all need to eat fruit.
I gotta prove to him and Kevin all the time. Like,
Please don't call nobody.
I don't understand about Kevin be
I hope they
challenging you
sleep.
like that,
Whoever you call, hope they sleep.
Kevin be lying.
No, but
I don't know. I don't think Kevin. I don't know. I don't think Kevin do be lying.
Kevin be going in on Miles talking about some like he did last night. He's like, Miles, you don't get no pussy like that, man. Like he was just going in. He sounded like an old.
I was tapped in when he said that.
Well, can I be honest? I don't want to know what Kevin or Miles get.
Say that's
it. That's all. I don't ever.
That's not of my concern.
I'm not interested in nothing that they're getting.
Brittany, shut your ass
I'm not.
up.
I'm just being honest.
I don't know.
It gives me the ick.
Yeah, I understand, Miss Rhea, that it's not.
Cause we talk about pussy.
It's not shed light on.
But y'all in general.
But the Red Bull makes the liquor not taste like liquor. If that makes sense.
Anytime, at any moment, anything you mix with liquor is gonna do that though. Like the point of liquor is supposed to drink it straight.
Really?
With liquor,
I would probably do that with a brown.
Now, if you ain't trying to get super drunk, I get you mixing it. You know what I mean? Like, I
that's always my plans. I always plan on not getting too lit.
My life is good.
If I'm drunk, I really can't go into the whole thing because I fell asleep with my face like right there.
Wow.
I thought we was talking about another topic.
Miles, yeah. You know what? I just thought about something. You ever been criticized for when you was a swinger?
Yes.
For when he was a what?
He was a swinger.
When I was a swinger.
Who criticized you and why did they criticize you?
Probably people that didn't understand.
How did they know you were swinging?
Because people was at the function.
Yep, exactly.
They caught him at the function and tried to judge him, but let's hear it.
Yeah, exactly. They would judge me because they were like, how dare you gonna do that? Ain't that nasty? I'm like, I'd rather be with the swingers who know what they're doing than be with a woman who's lying what she's doing.
That's real. Hey, that's real, bro. Because you, it's right there. It's right in your face.
It was.
It ain't no lie. I believe that too. But yeah,
please. What's the swinger life like?
It's good if you're not being disrespectful. The swinger community, the women actually runs the community. So
that makes a lot of sense.
It's not men pulling on women. It's more so women pulling on the men. The women have complete control. Like, if I was in the swinging community, somebody has to come to me. The woman has to come to me and ask me, would you like to play? You know what I mean?
So you have to ask for permission.
Yes, and a woman, like, if you was, I know Brittany, so just don't take a note. So if you was, if you was a swinger and your husband was there, you would walk up to the female and say, "Hello, how you doing, Chanie? My husband would like to play with you."
Oh, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, so it's not just people just fucking.
So is it like what we see on TV when they be showing like the little swinger?
That's after they get past the introduction.
Yeah, that's after. So in the
Chanie been there.
In the But she never saw Friday.
Exactly. I know you sound real confident.
Okay. Only because if you use context clues, you can kind of imagine what will go down there.
But
no judgment here.
But the whole,
we don't judge. We just listen.
The whole truth is that's why I say sexually, women is more demanding than men, and they have more requirements and they have more aggressiveness.
Got you.
Yeah, because we got more things going on.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all got to get out of y'all head and be really like calm. Yeah.
But if you find a drunk swinger, it's because she's a drunk. Period.
Got you.
You don't find people that swinging and just getting drunk.
Yeah, just so they can swing.
Right.
Do y'all do like testing? Like, how do y'all know that the person's clean? Like, that's what I want to know.
Majority of the time, more than 90 to 95% of the times, there's couples that's there. So when you walk in, y'all come in as a couple, husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend.
So is that how you got introduced?
I got introduced into it as a triad.
Got you. Okay.
So my people was married and they brought me in as the boyfriend.
Got you. Okay.
So there's protection around? Like,
for those who don't know, the couples that's together, they have sex, as they would do at home.
Gotcha.
Right.
But to have sex with another couple, 9 times out of 10, either they're already in each other's lives already, or they do wear condoms.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. So do it cost to go to this?
Hell yeah. Sometimes
you should have to pay.
Sometimes it's $100 a couple, but
do they wear masks?
It all depends on which the theme is.
I feel like that's pointless because you're gonna know somebody's voice. Damn it.
I mean, but that's the whole sensual part about it.
Oh, okay. Right? So that's supposed to be like,
especially when it's
freaky Halloween.
Right.
All right.
So, but 9 times out of 10, masks are done with women because women be into women more than we think they be into each other, and not just sexually. Sometimes women adorn a woman's body, more so, and they just touch and rub. So if a woman is on her woman thing, they call them fluffers because they can't do nothing but fluff. So they only could spruce up their mate or person who they're about to be with, like by touching them and arousing them.
Yeah.
And so when the masks are involved, it's either a theme or that's part of them being introduced to other women.
Got you. Now when you got criticized, what was your reaction?
I didn't care because when I did stuff in the public, when I was doing live toy parties, you feel me?
A lot of who?
Live toy parties.
And it was going down there?
All down. And it can still get done. Go to my OnlyFans page, Chocolate Thunder 313.
They deactivated it.
I thought they had got rid of it too.
I deactivated my own stuff.
As you should have.
I've been to some toy parties, but I promise ain't no shit like that.
Well,
that's what I'm over here.
Because you've been to what I call the prudas. Those are women who just want to kiki ha 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 ha.
Kiki ha ha.
Yeah, because look what I got. What you think it's gonna do and all that shit, and they spend their $125 to $200.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I know that ain't my fault.
But that's me. So,
Definitely
top of the top caller, you on the air.
That's me.
Doc, you forgot to tell them how women can come along, but men have to be. You know what I'm saying? Men can't just pop.
Well, men cannot come by themselves.
Oh, you been Tone?
That's how you know.
Yeah, I've actually been one of the men, kind of like Doc. I've actually been one of the men that get invited just to help liven the party up, but I just that shit get old.
So how long are you helping? Like, do you get to choose when you want to be out?
Yeah, I mean, she basically asked him like when is there a time where you can just tell them that you're not down with it?
I was being serious though. I didn't crack a smile.
No, but
you're not none of it. You're not forced to do nothing.
Nothing, right?
Okay.
I mean, but
so it's rules to this thing.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you cannot find them like.
Is it like a club or something?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to sign
It's a
up.
community.
It's like a membership.
I'll even say this with guys like how me and Doc is. We don't have to go in there and work. Some guys have to go in there and work and talk. We already chosen. They already know we coming.
Exactly.
Got you.
They already know. Like that's why I got out of it. I got tired of being a show pony.
Got
you know what I mean?
And then like you know that saying like how guys be joking like, damn, you just treat me like a piece of meat. You don't get treated like that because you might be on to something that their husband not on to, or that their people not on to.
Yeah. And so,
well, essentially, you would have to know what it is when you sign up, though, right?
say it again, Chanie.
You would have to know what it is when you sign up.
I mean, you know what it is once you sign up.
So y'all filling out applications?
I mean, it all depends on what club.
Shit, y'all exchanging bodily fluid. Why not?
I tell you what, when you go to different clubs in different cities and states, my favorite club was a club in Chicago called Me for More. Right? Because on one side set up like a club, then when you go on the other side, you be like, damn, it's all kind of bed setups,
swings, yeah,
swings. And then, but at the same time, you do have to know who you're dealing with. Like in Atlanta, I went.
Shit!
Hold on, in Atlanta was a mixed one. They got a mixed one. They got a black one.
Got you. Okay.
The first one I went to was the mixed one, and white guys, what we consider to be gay, they do not consider to be gay. That's just part of the act and whatever you're doing. The heterosexual.
That sounds good.
It does.
Okay.
But the black people, they act so much that they were not about the gay life, but in reality they are. They come in. The guys have the manicured eyebrows and all that stuff. The 1 or 2 nails painted. I'm straight on that. I did not. Once I went in.
This was the mixed one that you went to.
No, the mixed one appeared to be very well, but the black one was the nails done and the eyebrows arched. And what I said was, I won't gonna say the name. I told her, hey, I'm gonna step out this one. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go downtown.
Got you.
You feel me? And I just meet y'all back at the hotel.
So at any of these parties, did you ever run into a transformer that tried to trick you?
No.
Okay. Okay, cool.
First of all, transformers is not allowed. You fuck around, get killed or beat up.
For they not?
No.
Okay. I can see that.
No, because first of all, you're not in it to misleading. However, what you do run into is a lot of women hide behind their sexuality to be with other women. You feel me? Because the girls will get together and say this is no play zone for men. You feel me? And then be 4, 5, 6 of them just playing with each other.
Got you.
And then you sit up there like, okay. You know, my boy one time he was like, so my wife really just like pussy. You know what I mean? And in actuality, I've been told him, I said, you got to understand a woman who adorns women's bodies. You know what I mean? They gonna wind up getting into it when they're around other women who are doing other women's bodies. Whether they just get into the kissing or the touching, don't have to necessarily get to the oral part. But they, you got women who would kiss on each other's breasts and stuff like that because they know how to caress and the way they would like to be done. You know what I mean? Men, we have to be told like slow down. That's too hard rush. And most women already know what they want to do and know how they want it done. But the lifestyle is different. So when they try to judge me, and then I seen somebody, mother or father there.
Oh man!
Oh wait a minute! Or they pastor there.
Yeah. Oh, the pastor. That's a clear sign.
So I come to people. I'm like, you see Pastor Jameson today?
Yeah.
No, he probably ain't gonna come in. You know what I mean? And so me knowing, I'm you know what I mean? They be like, Pastor Jameson, how do you know my friend Miles? I don't know no Miles. He said his name Lumberjack.
Do y'all use the same name? I was just about to say, do y'all use fake names?
No, it's not fake names. When you become the one or the person, a key person of your group, like for the males, I was one of the key guys in my group, and my name was Lumberjack.
How many people in the group?
It all depends.
It varies.
It varies.
You being too?
No.
She pretty like
I I know about it because I know people that's done it.
Hey, you put more time on.
I was gonna say we go for now, but I will. If we need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know people that's been into it. That's all. So they explain the stuff to me.
I mean, I know people that has been into it, but I ain't never really this is the most detail I've ever received.
I mean, but this is why people think it's a freakish thing amongst men, and really it's the freakish thing amongst women.
I think it's just the freaks thing amongst people.
No,
that's what it's given.
No,
I think it's just people. Like I don't feel like it's a man or a woman thing. I think it's just people that just interested in doing other stuff.
The women control it.
Oh, okay.
They control the pace. They control who come in. They are more allotted to say no. She or he is not welcome. No longer welcomed.
Man, see that's why.
So here's the thing: if you don't get accepted into one group, can you get accepted into another?
Yeah.
So you basically just said that women control the whole sexual everything.
They do.
That's
so
why
women don't understand their real power.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I got a question. When you go to these type of soirees, whatever, swinger parties, typically how many people is there? Like how many people involved?
On the average, anywhere between 25 to 30 people. On
that's
the average.
Small.
Do y'all eat?
That's small.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's small. I was thinking like hundreds of people.
I'm asking because, like, on they be showing stuff on TV.
Yeah.
So I know some of the stuff on TV is, imitating the real life.
I'm sure
part.
people get hangry.
Like it's liquor, it's drugs, it's food.
No drugs. So again, the white and black groups are separate. I'm telling you, they're so much different. They're very much different. A lot of white groups accept the drugs. Mm-hmm. Their swinger is probably only one swinger group, probably in the Michigan area, that actually do drugs. They'll do cocaine.
Gotcha.
Pop pills, right?
Sorry, what just sniffed?
That was me. That was me.
Right after you said
my sinus has been acting crazy.
The cocaine.
So I said cocaine, you sniffed. That was funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Moving forward.
Y'all know she goofy.
Yeah. Moving forward.
It's here, right? So I mean, there's when dealing with drugs, like my group, we didn't accept no drugs. You couldn't do no drugs. There was no BYOB. However, what you can do, you can bring your bottle.
Yeah.
And this how dope it is. 9 out of 10, you can tell when people understand this. The man will bring the bottle in, give it to the bartender. He or she gonna give you a number, whether it's 13 or 14, whatever it is, and that's your. They'll pull from when you want to drink. You give them show them your ticket, and they'll pull.
This sounds like a well-organized party.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
This is well-organized.
Upscale, like some upscale fucking.
That's what it is.
Now I see why the women control it.
Yeah,
it's too organized.
Yeah. Miles, serious question. You ever been to Gigolo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think the women control it because of like their privacy, like how they want to keep it private?
Yes.
That's what I figured.
I mean, because it's a lot of judges that be going. There's a lot of lawyers.
I can see a lot of professional people that's into that.
And a lot of first ladies and pastors. A lot of first ladies and pastors.
I can believe that.
I mean, yeah, for sure. They human. I don't think they'll be excluded.
They probably be bored in their real life.
Hold on. Exactly.
Trying to kind of keep up with that persona.
Yeah, but one thing for sure, you'll see them at the meet and greet. So the meet and greets is when.
Hey, nice to meet you.
No, seriously, that's where you get interviewed. The meet and greet
is hilarious.
That's where you.
I don't know. I think that's necessary because for a lot of people it can be uncomfortable in the beginnings just to say that.
Because in a lot of wives will really pay attention on how another woman interacts with her husband outside of just the play thing.
Yeah.
Because if she gives him the googly eyes while she had a play thing, you know what I mean? A woman would come up.
So that's the key word.
What?
Play.
Can I play with your man?
Yeah, no, she says it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah.
But did she say it about hers or she said about yours?
Both. So
the key word is play.
Play.
That's all I wanted to know.
A meet and greet is no sexual activity, conduct, nothing. And 9 times out of 10, it'd be at a hotel where they have an area, a banquet area, and number dancing, and it's a part of the grooming process too, with women who really want to get into it but don't know what they want to do. So it's
different like roles.
Yeah, they'll take the woman out with them and hang out and stuff like that, and see how they work and interact and see do she gossip and stuff like that.
So, question: does this last outside of the group?
It can, yes. And
this is a whole organization.
It's a community.
It makes sense though.
It's deep.
But that makes sense that
it's called.
Because I say this from the beginning. Nobody's mad about his freakiness. That's okay.
No,
let him do him.
They mad at how evil he has probably been to other people.
Gotcha.
And so it's not. They did this sexual thing so women can be real then.
Gotcha.
See, when women feel like he's a rapist, they just lower the demeanor.
It's creepy.
And the expectations of the next man that they even come across.
Gotcha.
Because if you like that while you rich and your broke ass broke, you got some, you know what I mean? So
you got some other issues.
Exactly. So in the lifestyle, but I respect a lot more of my lifestyle people than I do the people who's married. Because the people who marry me, man, I can't stand this motherfucker, man. Every time she come in, she always complaining.
They're being honest about,
who they are,
what they like and what's going on.
Now, some people might argue that, like, what's the point of swinging? What's the point of being married and swinging?
Because sex has nothing to do.
And that's my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It don't have nothing to do with the whole thing.
I mean, it don't have
being married.
We're being married.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and so people don't get that part. People put more love and everything into their private area than they do the actual.
Yeah,
the life.
I agree.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you think? I'm going deep with this.
I do too. Go ahead.
Do you think that it could be for some married couples, maybe even like a form of therapy for them to work on their relationship?
Nope, that's the wrong attitude to have. If you're going through anything in marriage, swinging is not the thing for you.
Yeah, don't invite nobody else.
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
I mean, it's stupid. It's just like anything else. Like if you're going through things in your relationship, but your girls want to come over and hang out. Wrong shit to do.
Yeah.
So do you find that the statistics of the married swingers stay married longer than those that don't?
Because all truth on the table at that point.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, it seemed like if that's the case, because it's really nothing to hide at that point.
I got an interesting question for you. Now you got a whole. You've been doing it for a while, right? So you ever came across the husband that got upset about you?
If we was not if we wasn't in the hookup together, no. I have been invited to a party to where I brought someone with me because this person was like, okay, my husband gave me the go ahead to where we could hook up, but we only could hook up at my birthday party.
Gotcha.
I said, okay, I will come. I came. Me and my girl, we came, and then they were just bored. They were still bored. They was playing cards. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Were they playing cards naked?
No, they're playing cards. So I just grabbed a girl like, here, put her on the table, and we started handling our business to get the party started.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times these people be intimidated, but then after I left, my girl called me like, hey, Miles, we had some. First of all, you drew me back into this. I haven't at this point. I ain't swinging in 4 years.
Right.
I said. She said, well, my husband said you no longer invited to any events. I know no events that we haven't because his friends was upset that you had sex with their wives, and no one could do it to yours. I said she wasn't feeling them.
Y'all want to force it?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Top caller.
Oh, what up? I was just about to say, Doc, also let them know the downsides of that shit, because it's not advised to join this lifestyle if you're a married couple that don't respect or trust each other.
Right.
You'll get talked about in there because it get messy and people will peep it.
Yeah, it definitely will thank you for saying that, but it will get messy because the women already
it sounds messy.
The women but the women will begin to say, I don't know why she messing with him. You know, James will get mad about that bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's what I was telling her. If you have any problems with that, do not get into that lifestyle because
I feel like if you got any type of insecurity issues, you shouldn't do it at all.
But women would say they don't have insecurities, and they have the most insecurities.
And I could tell y'all quick before I hang up. I got a close bro that was him and his wife was in the lifestyle, and his wife was a free spirit, but he wasn't as free as her. And every time I done been to twice and watched him trip. And the whole group like, oh, he tripping again. And I'm like, my nigga, what is you doing? I'm like, because they invited me, like, come, dog, I know, because I like kind of gave him the game before he started. I'm like, don't think that you just gonna always be, your wife gonna always be dealing with women with you. She gonna want some new dick like you want new pussy. Mm-hmm. He like, well, no, it ain't like that. I said, my nigga, hear me. How the fuck do you want to switch up? But she can't.
Right.
Like, so you gotta be willing to deal with a lot before you. It's a lot that you should be able to deal with before you jump off in that. And he jumped out and opened that box, and when she turned up, he be tripping. and they all know it, and they all just play it around and walk them out. But that was embarrassing to me because I'm there off y'all name, like,
right.
Oh, he coming with us. You know what I'm saying? So they like, Tom, what's up with you? I'm chilling. I'm making sure this nigga good. I'm making sure he don't crash out because you can't be in here fighting and you know what you came for.
Right.
And you're naked.
And trying to fight butt ass naked is crazy.
I know what you came for.
They wouldn't naked.
No,
they
but
wouldn't naked.
It was next. It was coming. It was coming.
It's nothing like, listen, I tell anybody, if you don't have the heart to hear your woman moaning while another nigga tapping it, you better not go.
Yeah.
You better not. If you can't stomach watching her be, like my thing always be, if you can't be you while we out popping our shit, then I don't want to do it. Like,
that's real.
I don't need to see the fake shit.
Right.
We can play cops and robbers on our own. I can see you see. We ain't got to go through this.
Yeah, that's real.
Cops and robbers. Okay.
I mean, you need a special type of decorum when hearing somebody who you involved with having sex.
I'd rather hear than for it to be done behind my back, and then I'm getting everybody snickering and laughing. You know what I'm saying? All this underlying jokes and shit. Nah, I'd rather know.
Tomorrow, you not coming?
So I can't. Yeah, but see, this is the craziest part. You don't know until you actually see it. Like, you'll think like, oh, this gonna turn me on, but the first time I actually seen my girl getting hit, so we did the room swap. So I went in the room with his girl and he went in the room with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I tell her, me and her so silly because I know her. I didn't hit her before.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her, like, let's go see what they doing. So we watched them, like, we didn't get turned on. We didn't left and did our thing. Then we didn't went back in the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just fun. Like, but if you value sex other than sex, like I heard Doc say that earlier, sex is sex, love is love. When you mix the two, it'll get dicey for you.
Ooh, got you.
Hey, I mean,
this shit is deep.
I mean, but
indeed.
Fact. But the whole thing is, as a man, you know what I mean. Women would get lost and engulfed into having two sexual partners at the same time.
What you mean, lost and engulfed?
Because they have to. You can't be a stiffy. You tell me, you know what I mean?
You just gotta have one.
Yeah. You gotta be, you can't be all prissy with it.
Yeah.
You gotta be the wildest motherfucker you can be. I mean, as a woman. As the guy, shit, you just handling your business. And to see another guy come in just right there with your girl and it's in her mouth, you gotta.
How that make you feel?
Oh, I'm good. I'm comfortable with my shit.
Have you did that with somebody that you really love, like you was really fucking with?
Yes. Because guess what?
That's the best time.
I'm about to say. That's the best one, because if you do it listen, the fact that women get caught up in it more than men is crazy. I done been to bachelorette parties. I'm like, women are nasty as fuck, right? And then if you even just go to their bathrooms is worse than men's bathrooms.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I smell fish sticks before.
Right, and so the whole thing is women will. And then women will walk out there, wash their face, and walk out like nothing fucking happened. And then if you were a weak-minded person, you're like, so, I mean, how do you feel? And you don't want to ask a woman how she really feel, because she gonna say, I want to do it again. I enjoyed myself. I never done that before. You feel me? And then when a man hear that, I ain't gonna lie, the first time, my homegirl never had two men at one time. So I told her, I said, I'll hook you up for your birthday.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And when I seen her fucking toes curl, I was like, hold the fuck on. I thought you I said, you know what? No, but I was like, I understood. Like, sometimes women just need to feel free.
Yeah.
And they need to feel comfortable with a person they can trust that's not going to
judge them.
Look at them and make them feel bad. Like, it's so many people that, like, you would look at, you probably bet money, like, that girl ain't never fucked with another girl, but she entrusted me with that shit, and she know that shit going to the grave with me. Like, and I don't have to join every time. I like watching that shit.
Most definitely.
It's like 3D porn. But look, I'm not in that life no more. I just wanted to tap in with Doc because I know You know, it might have been one or two things he forgot, but I'm about to finish listening to y'all. He's the pro.
Hey, look, Brittany looking at you like, you know,
Brittany ain't doing nothing. So Tom, don't listen to them because I ain't saying nothing.
How value not in your vocabulary
I didn't
no more?
say anything. I'm over here minding my business, listening to y'all. I'll tell y'all story.
You know, see that's the difference from us and a lot of people. A lot of people had who they are, and that's why they judge as fake motherfuckers. Like I just, you know, I live in my life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. And one thing we could go to my grave saying is, I didn't did that lifestyle shit. It ain't a man in the world that could say Tone play with no man. So I don't give a fuck. The rest is all. Everybody had multiple women and multiple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a phase, but again, I don't do that no more. I'm giving my life to God.
Wait, okay. So we about to stop.
And
you just stop it.
But no, I do understand them though.
I get what you're saying.
And even with that, sometimes you have to know who you are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not fun no more. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not fun no more.
It's not fun.
When you have your people that you do that with and you have fun, if you and your person not together no more, like I've done it, it just don't take the same effect as it did that with me and girl who we was locked in. It's just, it ain't, so it's not no fun to me no more. So I just rather not do it. I'm like dog off MC8 on minutes. I just like to hear about it.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
And then at times it's like, Brittany, when you hear basketball, you're like, damn, I remember it's highlights in your life.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with anything else. You know, all I try to explain to people is just be careful.
Yeah.
Especially with what relationship you enter with and whom you enter it with. Because everybody, and shout out to my swinger friends, they go to church more than my Christian friends.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gone. I just got one more question for you, Doc. Let me ask one question. Would you look at us like vampires? Because we can chill, but every now and again, you want that taste of blood?
So, yes, yeah.
Okay, I
got
just make sure I wasn't
but
all right, y'all.
All right, but what he said, I just don't act on it.
The way you started it off, it sounded like some vampire shit. You got to be invited and all that type of stuff.
I mean, you do.
Yeah, the whole time I was thinking of Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Droppies. But it's just that you just want to make sure your secret is your secret. You feel me?
But
like
that's why I'm glad he asked that question, because it seemed like once you've had like that experience, could you ever be satisfied just not having that anymore?
I definitely can be satisfied, but sometimes like.
But are you cool with that?
I'm definitely cool with it, but I'm cool with it with the person who
Is
can
that
give me.
you're old? No.
Right? No,
gotcha.
No, it's because how I was when I was 20 years old sexually is the same way I am at 53. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get dumb, and so
we don't know. Go on.
But what I'm saying is, people have to just understand. Like I was involved with 4 married couples. We're really 3 type, but 4 married couples. Mm-hmm. And being involved with 4 married couples, there's certain things that they don't want they people to know.
Right. I get that. I understand that.
Makes sense.
And nobody to this day would even equate, especially the type of people they are. You'd be like, they were Miles, you know what I mean? But in theoretically, they need to be like, hold on, they were like Miles is with them, but favor me, you know. So it's a lot of things. I never in the swinger lifestyle. If you would never meet no bum ass people. I mean, if you meet them individually, but a bum ass couple, you're not going to find that.
It's a lot of professional people that.
Oh my god!
Style,
And there's worse things you can do. So the swinger community ain't no judgment over here.
Yeah, I don't. That's what people want to do.
I mean, if you can't,
I'm not judging that.
First of all, if you can't judge too many. First of all, let me tell you. I tell people, I say, if you try to tell me that you can't judge the LGBT community and you gonna try to judge me,
right.
You got shit fucked up.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess I don't care enough.
I mean, but you should
judge anybody. Like I don't care.
First of all, you shouldn't. You shouldn't care about how other people feel sexually anyway.
Yeah, that's not my business.
How they use their body is how they use their body.
And that's how I feel. Like that's your business. I don't make it mine.
Yeah.
And then when it was a messy group here in Detroit, I ain't gonna say no names. But my group spawned from theirs. You feel me? Because anytime somebody say, "Well, that's such and such baby," but You know what I mean? And people getting pregnant within the community. Now that's the messy part.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's why I was asking questions like, do y'all use protection? Because what if somebody slip up and it's another baby? You know, like that's what I be thinking.
It don't be no slip up. It be a slip in.
There you go.
But my point is, what if that happens? Then how do you handle that? How do you move forward?
What you do, you move as a person, individual. You move and find the group that's not as drama free. You find a group that's drama free.
So you can go mess that up too.
Exactly. But I guess I'm just saying, like, what if? Okay, let's say somebody got pregnant and you didn't get pregnant by your husband. You got
at least he knew
you were swinging with.
At least he knew because he was there.
But I'm saying, like, those are things that I want to know. Like, how are those things handled?
No, it's not a story, but it's two people I know for sure. But it's when the pimp rule come in. A pimp that has when his whores have a baby, that's his baby. He take care of that child.
That's a lot of accountability.
So then the husband basically just says that that's his child.
I mean, yeah,
even though it's somebody else's.
The husband got to eat that one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what.
That's how they got in the situation in the first place. By eating that one.
This is hilarious.
They should have did that with the skin.
That's stuff I'm thinking about. Like, what happened if somebody get pregnant?
Hopefully, in the month of June, I'm gonna have like 2 different groups of swingers on Girth. Because
look at
Todd. Yes, I want to hear that story.
It's an interesting dynamic because people don't really be open enough to talk about it.
You don't hear this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Are they past swingers? Or are they still swinging?
Oh, I got a group that been swinging for over 25, 30 years.
Yeah,
and guess what? They happy as hell. And their credit score both 800. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of shit you should have done. Like, you know, I mean, they house over $700,000. You know, there's a lot of shit to go with this shit, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about that, the happiness of their whole spectrum of their family, they sent all their children to college. You feel me? All their children had scholarships and they sent them away. So it's like you find yourself when you're in situations how to have a routine and be disciplined and dedicated to how you live. And that's one thing. People can't even be dedicated to their fucking self.
True.
You feel me? They wake up differently every day.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He be sitting there like, so you was just saying last week that you met a guy that was, forget him. And he be sitting there like,
that's really how quick it happens. They be messing up.
I mean, but did he mess up? But when you the common denominator, you have to really look at who you are.
Could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, definitely.
But either way, it didn't work.
So, Brittany, have you ever?
Brittany?
No, I mean
that's not.
No, Brittany. I was thinking. I said Brittany. I was pointing like this.
No, you definitely put it at the top.
You pointed at me.
But then I was trying to think.
What's your
your
question?
name. Have you ever been judged on your career for as being acting, like the roles that you're willing to take and ones you're not?
Judged?
Yeah.
Have I ever been
Or criticized? Or criticized?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I heard one.
I mean, I don't care.
I mean, but I'm surprised they didn't even say nothing to you. I think we talked about it. About you not want to do nude scenes or something like that.
I haven't been judged on it.
I mean, we said judge or criticize.
I've probably been criticized. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard like nothing has come back to me, but that's probably why some people I don't rock with some people here.
Brittany is like an industry secret because her personal life is her personal life.
Yeah,
you don't know how old she is. You don't know who she's dating. You know what I mean?
That's not in their business. My job is to come up and act and leave. That's all you need to know. And people be hating. I would say people are mad about that in the industry because I don't do that.
Now
like, I know people get upset because
Brittany, I've been sitting here this whole time. You was the cousin.
Yeah.
It was so funny because when you said the money, I was like, yo, no, that's the movie. When you said the money,
you see it, bitch, smack it, bitch. That was her.
No, I would say this. People,
you ain't have to go out like that.
No, for real, I cried. Oh my goodness, I cried.
I was like, damn.
I'm like, not my girl.
The mom and the daddy was out there and shit.
Not my girl.
To be honest, that's the reaction that I want.
It was so real for me. I said, oh no.
I want people to feel stuff when I do projects.
Yeah.
That's real.
You don't have to know my face. You don't even have to know my name, but I want you to feel something when I want people to feel stuff.
That's so cute. I
want people to feel things. That's how I go about my work. But I will say this. I'll say I think some people don't like how I move in the industry, but they respect it.
Yeah, they definitely
and I'm okay with that. But I prefer to have the respect because I know how y'all get down. I know what y'all saying. I'm in the rooms, so y'all not being real.
Very much in the
only difference between me and you is that you have shown people motherfuckers respect me because they know what I can do. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so they haven't yet gotten to the part when they seen me do what was in my brain yet with the movie shit, right?
Right.
Well, they can't. I'll tell you this: y'all can't stop no show because I'm still working.
Praise God.
And there's no hit on anybody. I'm just saying I just move how I move, and I show everybody respect. And you know what I mean? Like people get upset. She don't post nothing. She don't do this. She don't do. You don't know what I'm doing, and you don't know how I'm supporting behind the scenes. You don't know who I'm talking to.
Right.
Just because you don't see it, don't mean I'm not doing it.
That's what I.
Because I'm supporting people. Y'all just don't know who I'm.
I don't like that people believe like in social media so much. Like, okay, if you're not posting, you not doing nothing. Like, dog, since when?
Man, the people that I talk to in the industry, them the real ones, and they know what it is, and it's nothing but love.
People who are in social media but not sociable, I'm kind of nervous of them.
Exactly. Like I hate meeting the people that everybody love, and then they don't be shit in real life.
Shout out to old boy who played Biggie.
Oh damn! I wasn't about to say no names, but all right.
He in everything.
He need to stay. He is the most disrespectful.
Timing is crazy word.
You say he disrespectful?
It's fuck.
Timing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a few people.
He appears to be humble.
No.
A lot of people that appear to be humble, especially in this media world, they not. I met quite a few people, and they trash in real life.
I'll tell you this: I'd much rather be respected than loved.
Yes,
you would grow to like me, you grow to love me, but I'd much rather have my respect.
Me too. Same here.
And at the end of the day, and like I said, I do my job. I keep it moving. So if you're not looking for that,
that's what I'm saying. Love is very fickle.
If you can't handle the professionalism or how I move and keep my business, then that is your problem. Because I'm not bothering you. I come to work. I do my job, and I move on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Y'all still
That's how
I come in peace.
You sound like me, B. For real.
That guy came on our show, and he was texting.
The whole time?
The whole time. To where I was like, I had to smack the table. It was disrespectful. I was just waiting for, man, if you don't, he didn't want you to call yourself Butter or some shit. What's his new name?
What?
What's his new name?
Butter? What?
His name's something like...
Nah, addressing no man by no butter, nothing.
No, but it sounds like he really trying to differentiate himself from the Biggie character actor to who he is now. I think it's slick or some shit bullshit. And I was like, okay, Jamal,
damn,
Jamal.
But that'd be another thing too. Like meeting people in this this professional world or whatever, they don't be real professionals for real either.
No, but I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like being an entertainer, like people see you all the time. Right. You have to deal with people, so I don't understand why you don't want to deal with people. Like this is how you get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
This is, what I mean. Like you have to, you just have to have people that want to see what you do. So my thing is what does it hurt to say, hey, how you doing?
Exactly.
I mean, if you don't want to be bothered that day, well, not today. I'm sorry. Like there's ways to do different things, but my thing is I have to be in front of the camera.
Gravy.
Oh God,
yeah, no.
Oh man, I know I'm about to call you that shit, nigga.
But I mean, again, people are human at the end of the day, so that's why they say don't put your trust in man.
Yeah.
But the only thing you can do is
don't put your trust in man.
Don't put your trust. What I'm saying is, it's certain people that I watch in the industry and see how they move, and that's what I follow.
That's real. That's cool.
Yeah, my job is as long as I'm being professional, I'm being true to me. That's all that matters, and I'm doing a great job. That's all I care about.
I definitely want to see the first person who give their IP up to AI. The first actor to give their IP up to AI is going to be a very wealthy person.
Yeah. They get their what?
IP. Their intellectual property.
Yep.
The minute they give it up to AI, to where if Denzel sells his IP, he probably able to sell his IP for $100 million and just walk away.
Yeah. But I love how he moves in the industry. Him, Angela Bassett, I like how they move. Like they do their jobs. They're well respected.
And
you don't know much about their business. You don't hear nothing about them. But and that's how I feel like it should be. Viola Davis.
Oh my God, she has been. I watched her story and I sat up there and cried for about an hour and 15 minutes. Right.
Well, I think she has been the most mistreated, and disrespectful actresses in this business.
Yes, and then when you start thinking about the stories that Angela Bassett told and things like that, they have a lot. tied with each other, even Taraji, Regina King. It's a
I want to
shame.
work with Regina so bad.
Me too. Shout out to her with her
Forever.
team. Forever.
Yeah. Being a director. I want to work with her. I heard she's one of the best directors in Hollywood.
Yeah, not just women directors.
No, like she's one of the best directors. I didn't say men or women, one of the best directors. And I heard how she...
And Kim Fields. Her and Kim Fields.
And Debbie Allen. Because of how they set the tone for the entire production. Like that's why I want to work. Like those are people that I aspire to go after those projects. And not disrespecting. Like I love working with everybody, but I'm saying because I don't want people to take it as like it being shade. But I'm saying I want to get to that level.
Yeah,
working with those people. Yeah.
But that's how I felt about Aaliyah when she was alive. We never really knew nothing other than the R. Kelly thing.
Oh, no.
We didn't really know nothing about Aaliyah.
No,
she kept a mystery.
Yeah, she was very mysterious.
I didn't even know she was from Detroit till she passed.
Well, those people who was in the industry knew a lot about Aaliyah. That's why we wasn't surprised when she went off and worked with Timberland and Missy. So she was on Ohio and 7 Mile recording for years. I mean, for years. That One in a Million record, everybody thought Timberland did it. A guy from Detroit.
Yeah, with that beat, that sounded like a Timberland beat all day.
He just did the remix to it.
But she got with Timberland on her second album, right?
Right, third album. So a guy named Paul Allen from Detroit did that.
Nice. There's a lot of people it's a lot of gyms here in Detroit. I love it. Shit. Like it's so many gyms and they be low key. That's why I'm like, what's the problem with being a low key person?
That's how I learned when I met millionaires. I mean multi-millionaires, right? And they act normal.
Yeah.
They don't act like they
Can we
better
shout
than
Jada out real quick though? Shout out to Jada.
Jada Jones?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey Jada.
I joke and call her lately.
What I love about Jada, like Jada, how she is on the camera when you meet her, that's how she is. Like every time I see Jada, like it's all up. And now when I first met her, it was like we knew each other.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah. I love Jada.
Jada always presented herself as a lady.
Yes.
Always
She's a great actress.
Always present herself as an asset, what I mean? And not a liability. She always made sure that you felt comfortable around her more so before she had to feel comfortable around you.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. So, in witnessing this in the industry, I just ask people, we need to just take lessons, right? And just be lessons. Don't be trying to dish none out. Yeah. Because we're too premature to dish any lessons out now. We need to be absorbing as much as we can.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're going to be better, let's be better. All right. So, Stephanie, one more. I got one last question to ask you.
Yeah.
Dealing with insurance. IULs or regular insurance, which one is the best?
So, I'll make this a really quick answer. It depends on what your situation is, what your budget is, and what you're trying to do. Real quick, you got term insurance. Term insurance is for a specified amount of time. That is like renting the home as opposed to owning the home. Okay?
Gotcha.
Whole life insurance is like owning the home. Why? Because whole life insurance is building equity, much like your home would. Okay? It's much more than the term, but it lasts forever.
Gotcha.
As long as you pay it. And then there's the IUL, which is the Index Universal Life. It is more it's like having the best of both worlds, okay? It's more flexible. You can say, you know what, I had a good quarter. I want to put in, I'm just throwing out a number, I want to put in an extra $1,000. I had a great quarter at work. I'm going to put in an extra $1,000. You have the flexibility where you can do drops like that in the IUL, and it's getting the cash value. With a whole life says, look, sir, we're going to give you this amount of insurance, but you're going to pay us this every month, and this is what the cash value is going to look like. It's no staggering from that. It's a contract.
Gotcha.
But with the IUL, it's a little bit more flexible.
So when you have IUL, you actually become the bank.
Your own bank, yes.
Your own bank. So Waka Flocka was the first person who I heard talk about it. Didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
He's pretty intelligent.
He's very intelligent. Yeah. But you know where he got his intelligence from?
His mama.
Well.
Because she's pretty intelligent.
Yeah, she on it.
Pretty much, but not. He said he got his financial wisdom from paying attention what everybody is not doing.
That's real wisdom.
He was like, everybody who's doing these things, they still broke. Shout out to T-Pain too, because he also said, I'd rather sit and play video games all day than be on tour. And I was like, that's the dumbest shit. Why? He said he made $4 million on the last tour. Yeah, but he ain't never said how much he paid out.
There you go.
Well, you know, Akon is a genius too.
Oh my God!
Buying countries and shit.
Akon is real.
First of all, what I've learned about people, once you learn the exchange of money, you become better.
Well, that's why what's his name so rich. He learned how to play with money.
Oh, which one?
The white guy. Not who's the white guy that Jay-Z sat down with?
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he played with.
He played in different types of money.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, white people are who taught me how to sell life insurance. I worked at AAA prior, right, 25 years ago. Okay, and I left there and went to State Farm. Right, so when I get to State Farm, I was working for this white guy in Grosse Pointe Woods. I was the first African American he had ever hired. Okay, not saying he was prejudiced, but people.
I have a thing with Grosse Pointe, so I understand.
So this was old money.
Yeah, I get them.
And this is when ULs was paying they was paying off the chain like shit, 15%. You know what I mean? Like your checking account ain't even doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so the old money consisted of you had authors and just all kind of people over there, and they would come in. They want to do something lavish, like get a new car or something. They would just come and borrow off their life insurance policy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's who taught me. I didn't come from that, type of world or whatever, but that's who taught me how to sell life insurance, and I saw how the cash value could grow. And that wasn't even IUL, that was just a regular UL.
I was telling people
they gonna figure some stuff out.
Black folks worry what a hustle is. Wealthy look at what a muscle is, and if we don't think about that, we basically are losing. We're losing a lot. Since IULs, I've been telling people and had people on the show talking about IULs. I know not one person who got an IUL. Not one, but they bought some Cardis. They bought Jordans.
Yeah, and at the point after a certain age in life, baby, if that's what you still focusing on, we don't have nothing to talk about. Yeah. I'm serious.
You gotta leave something for the kids. I ain't gonna leave my baby how my mama left me. Luckily, I had enough sense to have a little something on her, so I ain't had to ask nobody for shit, and I could bury her the way I wanted to, as extravagant, as lavish as I wanted to. I did it. Okay. Yeah.
And I say that about our community. We never worry about our kids.
Never.
Never think about the kids.
Because we always want our kids to get out the mud like we did.
Yeah, because y'all think that teaches a lesson. It doesn't teach anything.
All it teaches is them to appreciation.
Some money. That's the lesson.
That's the
how
lesson.
To be a good steward.
That's the one. Maintain.
That's the lesson. But y'all want us to struggle and
ain't nobody got time for that.
That shit played out. Struggling is played out.
It's so played out. Like you think you get a pat on your back for struggling.
I'm making a shirt. I'm making a shirt.
Listen, I never understood why
struggling's played out.
No, I would say this. I got kind of made fun of. Me and my sister did when we went to school because we didn't have the struggle. So it was like, oh, y'all some rich girls. Y'all, it's like, well, who wants a pat on the back for struggling?
Exactly.
Like I'm like my parents,
but y'all don't. So why should I have?
Their parents worked hard, so we didn't have to do the nonsense. And y'all want to get mad at us and say that we're this and we're that. Like, so I dealt with that.
Yeah, Jay-Z said Hov did that, so hopefully you have to go through that.
Yeah, like it was foolish to me, but if you want to talk about being criticized for stuff like that, yeah, I was criticized for that type of stuff.
All right, then our producer just gave us the key to wrap it on. I thought she was saying she needed a fruit roll up, but she was in wrap it on.
She needs that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, we went longer.
This was a great show.
This was a good show.
It was a great show.
Stephanie, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
You gotta come back.
Yes.
Y'all done educated me.
Okay.
Power pack, honey pack.
Okay.
Swinger clubs and shit.
But it was a compact show.
So how about this? You might need to put a swinger IUL package together for people. And life insurance together. I'm just being honest with you. I think it's money in every group of people.
I know that's right. Leave your swinger, boo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say, come and sign these papers.
Are you allowed to have a side piece as a swinger?
No.
That would be size to the second power.
It has to be no.
So is there like a poly thing too with that or no?
Majority of swingers are not polys, but most polys are swingers, if that makes sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. I got you. Okay, cool.
It's one within the same.
No, because this is okay. We'll talk about. But it's a book that I read. It's called. They turned it into a TV show on Starz. It's 3 women, and it's this lady who went around the world, and she basically was getting these stories of these 3 women. And it was one lady. She was a black lady, and she would have sex with other men. And her husband would let her. And they would, of course, have to have conversation and things like that because that's what she liked. He didn't really like it, though. But he did it because he loved her.
Yeah. I mean, women...
It turns her on. But he... Like, you got to watch it. It's on Starz. It's called 3 Women. It's a good show.
All right.
But it was a book. It was based on a book.
Women is the overtone of the relationship sexuality. And if you don't get that, you lose. You let the woman... That's one place you let the woman lead in. For sure.
Finally, we can lead somewhere.
About time. Go watch some goddamn dishes. All right, then, y'all.
Not that.
We about to get out here. Thank you, Chanie, for being on Engineers on the
Most definitely.
Todd, where can they find you at?
Man, they can find me right here.
Oh yeah.
Every Wednesday until I got some things going on. But today's the last season of Talks with Todd. You know what I'm saying? The season finale, I should say.
Who you got on the show?
Oh, I have none other than Brittany, Chanel, and Tia.
What?
The 2 people that actually helped this thing go as far as it being this season.
That's what's up.
So yes,
that's
I
so
can't
cool.
wait.
I ain't made the cut. Okay.
No, you didn't.
No. At least you made it on.
Yeah, you made it on.
You did.
Twice.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, somebody find
Because he said he never get invited. So you were invited.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
People be scared to invite me on podcasts. So they be
Yeah,
like,
because we never know what you're going to say.
no,
I don't mind.
No, I'm
It's
talking
crazy.
about.
I get invited to podcasts all the time.
I guess so, because you miss Goody Tootie.
That's not even what it is. I think people just like me.
No, last time somebody invited me on the podcast, he was like, I said, well, maybe I'll come back. He said, we got to work on
We'll
that.
contact y'all. Have my people call your people.
Right.
First of all, because they want to talk, don't talk podcasting to me if you ain't really ready to hear the fucking truth. All that old, you need $17,000 worth of equipment to do a podcast.
You need $100.
Some people don't want to invite because they know I ain't gonna tell too much of my personal business.
Oh yeah, well we don't need that. So we don't need that to make the show. That's why y'all got topic.
Right. Shout out to the guy in the basement who got roaches. I ain't saying no names. So
shout out to him, nonetheless.
I can't stand by
nonetheless.
I tell people all the time, don't play with me, play games with me, and think I don't hear about it. I hear about everything. I tell people,
don't play with me, play with yourself.
I got plants everywhere, and they might be
You really
growing.
do have plants everywhere, and because I've been a part of this, I've been knowing exactly who the plants are.
Oh my god!
That's why I be like, Miles sent you, didn't he? And I already know the lingo.
Oh my god! Anyway, Brittany, tell where they can find your ass at.
On Instagram is me, Brittany Chanel. Facebook, Brittany Chanel. Y'all go watch Broad Day and Ether. That's streaming right now on Tubi. And y'all can find me here Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, who the fuck you looking at? That's my favorite line on her.
On Ether.
She scared the shit out of me. That's the first time I heard that. Showshiner of a showstopper.
I screamed. I screamed at the TV and text Britt.
Brittany let this shit sit up. She's like, what the fuck you looking at?
No, for real, I screamed.
Brittany, cuz.
Yeah.
No, for real,
I loved it. I was so happy watching that shit.
I was so happy. I'm like, Britt, oh my god. That's the thing.
Y'all really gonna be surprised with this new one.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm not cussing.
I know that. Shit.
It's called inaugural poll.
That's what I'm telling girl.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling girl. I got that inaugural poll.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching.
Stephanie, where can they find you at?
Where they can find you at?
Oh yeah, you can find me in Southwest Detroit, beside the Latino Press Building. Please call and make an appointment, 313-895-7070. Or you can always catch me on my website. Find me on the website, which is www.londonconsultingfirm.com. And you can check me out every Saturday on WJZZ Cool TV, Beauty in the D.
All right.
Okay. Okay. That was nice. I like that.
Todd kept his hands together like I ain't clicking shit
because he really, if he gonna hate when you do it, he not gonna do it.
He not gonna clock no TV. Exactly. Clock it.
Men should not be clocking tea.
But what if they do clock it though?
Just like men shouldn't be wearing those little side purses or satchels,
or they shouldn't be.
I'm not clocking tea.
You want your man to do the boots on the ground. Did she not say that? She cool with her man.
Listen, it's a line dance. Get in line. Get in line.
With the fan and all.
Just
she okay with that.
do a little something like a little trip out or something when they do that part.
I don't even like my man doing it to Mia.
Now he can do that.
Like, let me do it to me. He can, but it's just hot when the ladies do it.
It is, but it's gonna be. I don't even like that word.
Only because Fast Freddy taught me how to do it to me.
Oh, see, it's Freddy. He the one from the Turbo, right?
Hold on.
The Freddy, another legend.
Right. I'm serious.
I know why you don't want your man to do it to me and hustle. He a target for a lot of pussy. Hey, y'all, we about to get out of here. We'll see
if he does it.
I don't like to give him it. Like, all right. Yes.
We gotta be out there doing all the women hustle.
Hey, look,
what's a man hustle?
It ain't nothing.
The ballroom or something.
Right,
by itself, just
not with me.
Y'all only get one. Oh, that's what said God me.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, yo, you been trying to end the show for I don't know how long, and now you don't want to end the shit. Like, I don't already get my show.
Look.
Right. You did that 12 minutes ago, okay? Just so you know.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
So you saw it too?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
We out, y'all.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Chanie did.
Okay.
Wrap this shit up, Chanie.
Right.
Okay, you like, please.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you